The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual guests.
What is going on, my Ghost Squad? Welcome to the Armed Citizen Podcast Live. This is episode number 375. Today's date for the record is Tuesday, February 18th, 2025. It's been a minute, so let's see if I can get through this and remember all of my things I'm supposed to say. But we are live, as always, on YouTube. We are simulcasting over on X, or the artist formerly known as Twitter. So if you're out there, say something. I don't know that you're out there unless you say something in the live chat. If you're watching this in replay or listening to this in podcast form, leave us a comment. Let us know how ugly we are, how bad this podcast is, and all that shit. It's all good, right? But we do invite you to come and join the live studio audience every Tuesday at 7 Central to record this fiasco. But yeah. Come on over. The water's warm because we pee in the pool, but it's just a little bit. It's okay. If you want to text into the show, yes, you can text into the show. Utilize the Ghost Tactical Hotline. That number is 530-364-4678. I had to look at the scroller because I forgot my own text line. And that's presented by our good friends over at Wilder Tactical. If you guys are gear junkies like I am, go check out Wilder Tactical. They got some of the best battle belts in the world, but they've got all sorts of gear stuff for all your gear heads, if you call it gear heads. Is that what Jeff called himself, a gearhead? We're going to go with that. But go check out Water Tactical. If you're a veteran, really anybody, but especially if you're a veteran and you're in that hole and you're in the darkness and you're looking for some light, call me, text me, email me 24/7. I cannot give you medical advice, but I might be able to walk you through some stuff, talk you through some stuff. More importantly, I can sit here and listen if you'd like. If you are looking to get towards some medical attention, remember two things. One, you are not alone in this fight. You have a lot of brothers out here that are willing and able to help you in any way possible. And two, the world is a much better place with you in it. So please utilize the Veteran Crisis Hotline, 1-800-273-8255. Once again, 1-800-273-8255, or text the word TALK to 741-741. We are spotlighting the United States Marine Corps as always. So if you want to learn more about what it takes to earn the title of United States Marine, see the website marines.com. And as always, we are proud members of the Firearms Radio Network and the Self-Defense Radio Network. So go check out all your favorite pro-gun, pro-2A podcasts over at firearmsradio.net and selfdefenseradio.net. Let's get this off of my ugly ass mug and bring in the merry band of morons for this week. From Anderson Manufacturing, you are pointing the wrong way. You're both pointing the wrong ways, but that's hilarious to me. At least it is on my screen. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever. You're trying to fist each other. It's all good. I see how it is. From Anderson Manufacturing, we got my home diggity Kyle. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Troy? Long time no see on the podcast.
But yeah, it's been damn 2 months almost, I bet.
Nearly a 2-month stint.
Yeah, man. So how's it going? You're in the new casa, and I love it. I love the backdrop. You got a fireplace blocked by some boxes. That's great for being in February, you know.
Oh yeah, got the dolly over here. Yeah, we're working it.
I get it. What's new, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
How you doing?
I think the bigger question is, how are you doing, my man?
I'm doing good, man. Life is good right now. Life is really good. I cannot complain.
Yes, sir.
I can, but no one's gonna fucking listen, right? So
that's it. Every day above ground is great, man.
Hell yeah, wake up every day and say, hey, I'm alive. So let's make every day worth it, man. So
yeah, buddy.
That's all I can ask for.
Oh, I just got an update. ASAP Rocky was acquitted of assault charges. In case anybody was wondering out there.
I didn't know he was up for assault charges. So.
But yeah,
If he's not grunge, ska, or reggae, then I probably, unless he's like a big rap. I like rap, but I don't like today's rap, man. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like today's rap to me, I don't know. There's so much of it that I don't like. Just like today's country. I don't like today's country either,
I'm a big fan of old country, not so much
Yep.
like the new country. There's some stuff out now that I can listen to in the rap world. Like I've always been big into the rap shit. So
Yeah, I mean, I love rap. It's just a lot of this stuff today. Like I still like me some Kendrick and
yeah.
but a lot of this stuff, it's so weird now. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not big into the
Calaveras
mumble rap.
is 61 there. It's 15 degrees and snow and balls here. So go screw yourself, Calaveras. You and Chase both.
Yeah.
Chase sends a text in our group chat, drinking a beer on the beach, and it's 69 degrees. He's in shorts and a t-shirt. I'm sitting here. It's 15 degrees and snowing here. So you too there, Ginger. All right. We'll come back to you in a little bit about Anderson, but from the weirdest state in the union, the only state that has 4 letters and takes 2 idiots to spell it out, we've got Chris from the 740. What's up, homie?
I'm glad to be back. Glad to have you
Yeah,
back.
I'm glad to be back too. It's been weird not doing a show, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been a few weeks for me. I got the crud there when I got back.
You did
shop,
get the crud. Anybody else get the crud? I didn't get the crud. Ginger, you got. See, I haven't talked to really anybody. It sounds so bad. I talked to Ginger this morning, and I think that's the first time we've talked since shot. Is it not? Maybe. So
yeah,
it's like it's crazy. Yeah. So you had the crud. So was it like the COVID crud or just the flu crud, Chris?
No, I didn't get COVID, thankfully.
Okay.
But yeah.
I know a lot of people did get tested positive for COVID, but then I know there's a lot of people that just had the crap,
Yeah.
So, well, I'm glad you got over it. How long did it take you to get over it?
About a week.
Really? That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't help being
if
I was in my 30s again, probably a couple days I'd have been over it. But.
A lot of things would be helped if we were in our 30s again. Oh, wait, Ginger is. Sorry. Kyle, you're still in your 30s, aren't you, you little young whippersnapper?
Ripe old 36, baby.
Jeez, I think Chase turned 39 on Sunday, so he's almost to 40. So one more year and he'll be 40. So he'll no longer claim 30s anymore.
I dread turning 40, man.
40 was easy, bro. 40 is easy. I dread turning 50 in April. Not because I care about the number. It's just like I want to know what the fuck happened to my 40s. Like it just went by so fast. Like, did I just skip over a decade?
Oh, I've noticed that time just starts flying as you get older. Like it just starts warp speeding.
It's weird. Like I remember turning 40, and now it's like I'm getting ready to turn 50, and it's like, what the hell just happened? So, anyways, what you got going on the channel, Chris? You got any cool? I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure you probably put some cool ass shit out in the last few weeks. I've been literally out of pocket. Haven't looked at anything on YouTube. So, what's going on the channel?
I've been extremely busy. I decided when I got back from shot after that I was going to go to the Great American Outdoor Show. So I went over there.
How'd that go for you?
It went pretty good. Christian went with me, so that was fun. We spent the whole weekend over there. We shot a ton of footage over there.
Good.
So that was good. Problem is now is like all the stuff starting to come in from shot and stuff starting to come in from the Great American Outdoor Show and things
it's still February. Yeah.
And the weather is shit everywhere and you can't get anything done. So yeah, back here it's just stuff starting to pile up. I guess it's a good problem to have, but I have
it's
no
first
idea
world
when
problems,
it's gonna get
that's
done.
for sure. First world problems for sure. But yeah, it does suck. Because here's the thing, like you'll never get caught up. Because as soon as you start thinking you're getting caught up, NRA comes around, GOA comes around, all this stuff, TriggerCon or wherever you're going comes around, and you never quite get caught up. That's okay though.
Yeah.
It's a good problem to have. Standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. We got 2 Kyles. What the hell? Okay.
I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry.
It's all good. No, I don't give a shit. The other one will drop out here in a second, so it just takes the time. All right, there he goes. You're back to normal. Let's get Clova. Booyah. There we go. All right. Standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. It's a Ginger, my lord, and a flatbed Ford, or maybe an El Camino. I don't know. From Gun Owners of America and Fully Loaded Reviews, we have John, the Ginger, soulless bastard. Man, it's been a while, man. What's going on, homie?
It's been a long while. Let's see. I got like 12 things in for. Oh yeah, it's Tuesday.
Fuck you! It's Tuesday,
shit, it is Tuesday. Oh man, God, it's been so long. I forgot my own line.
I know, right?
No, it's been crazy. I got a bunch of stuff in for review. I leave Monday to fly out to Knoxville for booth picks for goals, so I'm getting that done next week.
Oh shit, y'all are doing that already?
Yeah, gotta get that done. Get everybody set up for that. SHOT Show was amazing for GOA. I'm doing a bunch of follow-up with a bunch of people. Just so you know, SAR is coming to goals this year. So
whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop. We got SAR coming.
No shortage of red fucking bags, then. That's what you're telling me.
No. Are they going to bring the bags?
Now, hold on. Somebody had already bought the bag sponsorship before SAR.
I bet you they're going to be pissed, bro.
So, So, talking to their new marketing, I believe her name is Kristen. I think
that is correct. Yeah, she's great.
She's fantastic. I brought that up in the meeting. I'm like, listen,
you do know now that Juan is actually officially part of the marketing team as well. They actually hired him full time as marketing.
Yeah,
so
I talked to.
It's him and Kristen now, which is awesome. So I love Juan.
Yeah, Juan's amazing. So I talked to Juan on Monday about something, and I had a meeting with Juan and Kristen last week, and in the meeting I was like, "Hey, by the way, the bag sponsorship's already been sold to Gunbroker," and they were like, "Oh, thank God!" But also, like, I'm sitting on a metric ton of these red bags. And I'm like, well, I mean, you can hand them out
next year.
I don't care. Next year,
there you go. Hand them out in your booth. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So, just put a big ass thing on your booth.
Yeah. So Gunbroker's doing that. We've sold the Range Day title sponsor today. Title sponsor for the whole event. Is that
who I think it's going to? Who it was being talked about a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. That's cool.
They did not.
Are they going to run it? Oh, okay.
No,
so they're
there's still some talks, but they took title sponsor. SAR wanted title sponsorship of Range Day, but they had already put in for that. Let's see. Brownells is coming back as title sponsor this year. We're super excited. The website should be done, and March 1st is the day. March 1st is the day for everybody to get their tickets. It is going to be opened up to the general public tickets on March 1st. So mark that on your calendar. March 1st, you can get your tickets for goals. Media badges are now officially open for those of you who want media badges. Yep. So you guys should be. I think Ghost, you put in. I think Chris put in.
I did. I didn't even know it was open. I don't know.
You put in a while ago.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then cool.
I don't know.
Hey, I very rarely do things on time or ahead of time. So
you were way ahead of time. I don't know.
I'm proud of myself. I'm growing.
I don't know if Chris.
Not physically, obviously.
Did you send yours in, Chris?
I don't think so.
I thought I saw something from you. Maybe I was wrong.
That was Chris from the 470.
Oh, my bad. It was Chris from the 470.
Yeah.
But yeah, with those badges.
470. I gotta find that out. Area code.
I'm
gonna go make one. Make an account. Chris from the 470. That's Atlanta. Oh God.
Oh God.
Never mind. I will not do that. Woo. Anyways, please continue, sir.
Hold on, I'm putting something in the chat because I don't want to say it.
In the private chat or in the NSA chat?
The private chat.
100%.
So, yeah, GOA, we've got a ton of lawsuits coming up. I did get Artax thing, so I got yours, buddy. But yeah, we're killing it.
He denied it, but he got it.
I got it. Speaking of March 1st, those who are listening and in Arizona, we're doing our Freedom Festival downtown Phoenix, right there at the park where you can see the USS Arizona. We're doing our Freedom Festival right there, so go check that out. That's March 1st. It's free to come to that. And then we've got our National Women's Range Day, March 8th at Prairie Fire. If you're a female and want to come to that, come to that.
Can anyone come?
Not you.
I'll wear a dress.
I bet you would.
A couple probably.
But yeah. And then let's see, FLR, we should have a video out this week. We've been kind of backlogged with all the SHOT Show stuff, so we haven't posted in about a month, but we are up to subscriber count right now, 1,896.
Damn,
so we're getting up there. It was just a little under a month ago. We were at 1,000, and we've almost doubled.
That's awesome. Congrats. It's only going to grow faster. It's just going to start just growing on itself.
So we got some cool stuff. I got the new Ross Martin came in, so I've got that. I've got the Yeet Cannon from High Point came in. The Monolith from Global's here. I got the new GOA Henry.
I gotta call Kat tomorrow. I keep forgetting to do that shit.
And then I've got some super secret squirrel stuff that can't talk about just yet, but we're super got the new bodyguard.
You just don't want to.
I don't want to get sued.
Yeah, don't say you can't. You can.
Oh, I can. I just don't want to be sued.
Well, NDAs are pesky little things.
Yeah. I got finally got the EAAs in too. I called Chris about those the other day. So I got the 2311 match and the 2311 match X.
You got both of them. Nice.
Got both of them. And then we've got the Palmetto State Armory dagger coming up. I got like 15 guns sitting here that we still got to.
It's first world problems, baby.
First world problems. So super excited, super happy. Again, goals, sign up to become as an attendee is going to be March 1st. We already have confirmed Herrera's coming back, Level's coming back, Trey's coming back. Come see it. Kyle's coming back. Anderson's going to be there.
People are going to leave and they find out that I'm doing something. They're just oh, hell no, we're not going there.
And Anderson promised me at SHOT Show that we are getting the Pony Express 2025 at Goals. So Project Pony Express 2025 at Goals from Kyle. It was promised.
It might be wood, but or it might be 3D printed, plastic. But
did I say it had wool? I didn't say it had to function.
Shirtless Kyle, baby, going to show up with a Pony Express.
Yeah,
that's where Shirtless Kyle was born. That's right. It was at Goals. Shirtless Kyle was born at Range Day at Goals.
It was a hot, sweltering day.
That was a hot motherfucker, wasn't it?
Speaking of
John,
which,
do you have any information about the Full Send event you guys are sponsoring in, I believe, June?
We're sponsoring a Full Send event?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Well, I guess John doesn't know about it.
Kyle and Chris know, apparently.
Did somebody reach out to you about that?
No, it's public knowledge. Like, it's on the website, Full Send website. It's outside of Pittsburgh.
Full Send knows about it. GOA may not. Hey, you know what? That's how you get a sponsorship. When you start putting it out there and just say, hey, by the way, you're sponsoring this.
What's it? Is it like Full Send apparel?
No, it's let's see.
Send me a link
because out there, he knows more about it than all of us.
Someone get Elon to look into this.
It may
type in Full Send Freedom Fest, Pennsylvania, and it'll come up.
It may be GOA Pennsylvania is doing that because that's normally a state level thing. By Archangel Defense.
Yep.
Presented by GOA, baby.
Yep, that's Pennsylvania must have did it. That I was not aware of, but
they have their own marketing dollars, I guess.
All the state orgs have, all the state side has their, like GOA Texas does their own things too. So I will, I'll bring that up in our marketing chat because I have no idea what that is. Cool.
Hell yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Cool.
All right. From the great state of Texas, the gatekeeper of everything Texas pride, the man, the myth, the legend, the tactical virus. I mean, leprechaun himself. Oh, yeah. What's up, Clover? How you doing, baby?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got a question for John. Maybe I missed it. I'm sure he probably said, but when
He's
does
wanting to know what.
when does goals open for the public? I think maybe you forgot to mention that. What's the date on
July
that?
19th, apparently.
Oh, that would be March 1st.
When?
March 1st
Oh, March 1st.
Of
Okay.
this year, right?
Of this year, yes.
Not last year. This year.
of this year.
Okay.
No, this year.
Okay, I don't have to.
And
write
you
the
can,
time.
and goals is what?
Goals is the Gun Owners Advocacy and Leadership Summit being held in Knoxville, Tennessee, August 9th and 10th is open to the general public. 7th and 8th is open to the media. Be there or be a anti-gunner.
Wow, you went full send on that one.
Wow.
Full fucking sender, bud.
Jesus, full
Bloody
fucking sender, bud.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Most people don't know what you're talking about. I do appreciate that, Letterkenny. Actually, it's more Shoresy, but I do appreciate that. But you're a good man. What's up, Clove? How you doing, bitch?
I'm here, man.
Yeah, you sound amazing.
Do I?
No, not at all. You still sound like your voice is kind of weak.
Normal then. Is it really?
I mean, it doesn't, and it sounds like either you're weak or you're 83 years old. Whichever one you want to go with.
I feel 83 most of the time.
You look 83. Let's just be honest.
This is true. That's true.
Yeah. What's up, homie?
No, I don't know.
It's been a while.
I've had a hard time getting my voice back. It's been weird.
Yeah.
So I didn't expect.
That's what happens when you go to Vegas, baby.
I guess you were talking about people getting sick, and I never really would consider myself as getting sick. I didn't really feel bad or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't think you got sick. You just lost your voice, as far as I know.
Yeah, the voice thing has been horrible. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's we still allowed to watch Letterkenny? Yeah, because we beat the fuck out of them after they booed our anthem. So payback is a bitch. I'm not a hockey guy, but that shit was badass. 3 fights in 9 seconds, and we just whooped that ass all the way. That we sent those fucking syrup eaters all the way back home. Or actually, was it up there? Was a game in Canada?
It was in Montreal.
Yeah, go fuck them.
Yeah. Hey, Freebird was played every goal, so they got a taste.
Yeah, they play Freebird after every goal. It's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Trudeau versus Trump.
And didn't Trudeau resign?
I think so.
I think he did. Trump wins that fight anyways.
Yeah.
He gangsta. Trump's a lot of things, and a lot of stuff I don't like about Trump. Trump's gangster. I like that shit. You don't give a fuck. Arminthia says it's because he talks too damn much. We all know that. We all know why he went horse. We're not questioning why he went horse. I'm still saying that Friday was the greatest day ever because he couldn't talk at all. It was wonderful. Best day of SHOT Show ever.
Thursday night was kind of fun, I'm sure, too.
Well, for different reasons, yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And Wednesday night. Wednesday night was all right.
This is true.
After we finally, figured shit out and didn't get murdered.
Right.
Yeah.
3, possibly 4 events.
3, possibly 4 events. That's got to be a T-shirt or something, doesn't it? That was our first Uber ride. We're 3, possibly 4 events. It's good shit. Anyways, so what's going on with you, Clove? Everything good? Is your podcast starting up here pretty soon?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do all the recording for that in March, get it kind of out of the way and back onto stuff because I've got, kind of like Chris said earlier, you got stuff starting to roll in.
Yeah,
other work to do. So I can't be having to drag it out can't drag that out for months.
Word. This Sunday, you want to talk a little bit about what's going on this Sunday night? Sunday.
I'm not honestly. I mean, we haven't talked enough for me to even fucking know what's
That's
going
true
on.
too. This is true. Be on the lookout. There could possibly be something going on Sunday night. Just saying. We don't know yet. Maybe there is. I've been so far, and that's my fault. 100%. I'll take the hit on that. I have been out of pocket, and I have been anything but available to people the last few weeks. And
let's just say we've got business to attend to. Let's put it like that.
We do have
very important business
to talk about and to attend to. Yes.
Yeah. True.
Yes. So we'll cross that bridge when I build it. I don't know how to build anything, so it could be a while. All right. We don't have pony poles, I don't think, because it's been a while. If we do, they're way old. I don't know if we do, but so what I'm going to do is throw some stuff out there. Actually, before we do that, there is Gary. Gary says he's been a member for 28 months. Jesus Christ, dude. That's a long ass time. Thank you for that, by the way. Rich out there says, hey, he's asking G23. I thought it was a different thing because we saw it at SHOT. What do you guys think about the aim point Glock package? What do you guys think? We don't have to go through the room necessarily. Let's just open door it. And what do you guys think of the old, I think it was the Glock 45 MOS aim point package? Is that what it was, the 45? I think it was. We sold a shit ton of those last week or so. But yeah, what do you guys think about that with the aim point footprint?
Screaming deal.
It is a good deal for sure.
It's a good deal. I mean, what are they running? Like 700, 750?
I think 750s MSRP. So what, $699 maybe?
$699. So you're talking roughly? That's a $400 optic, and you're getting on a gun that's normally $549.
Yeah, $500-$600.
So you're paying what, like an extra $200, $100 for a gun and optic?
Yeah,
it's a killer deal.
Yeah, I gotta back you up on that, John. That's an outstanding package right out the box, man. Seriously.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of people that were complaining that why is Glock going with the aim point? Just another footprint on the Glock, man, because they can. That's why. And you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. You can just buy your normal Glock or whatever, do what you got to do. But you're talking to a guy that's still I'm not sold on the pistol optics yet, but it's a pretty smoking deal. Go ahead, Chris.
I just like how low it sits, the way they're doing it, because it pivots into the front, and then the rear sight's what locks it down. So, because the problem with a lot of enclosed emitter dots, you're always going to have a plate that it has to lock onto. Then you're going to lose the co-witness with the sight. So I thought they did a really awesome job with the way they designed how it locks onto the pistol. I thought that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Georgia Rebel says best. Hey, so I got nothing tonight. Like, I don't have a topic. We're just going to have some shenanigans, have some time, have some fun. It's been a few weeks since I've been able to do this, so I'm just going to have a good time. So throw your questions out there. Ask us anything. We're going to do this. Georgia Rebel says best place to buy ammo. I mean, honestly, it sounds bad, and it's not because like they're friends of mine and all of us in this room, but like some of the smoking deals that you can find on Global Ordnance, I mean, it's tough to beat some of the Global Ordnance prices right now. But I don't know, like where you guys, have y'all been ammo shopping online recently? Has anyone seen the smoking deals out there?
So I'm a creature of habit. I kind of piecemeal it. Every payday, I go to Primary Arms and I buy some 9mm and some 5.56. Yeah. And then every now and again get some 357, some 7.62, but
some odds and ends. Yeah.
Yep. But that's how I do it. But you're right, Global Ordnance does always have smoking hot deals running. So
yeah, they typically do. What's up, Ginger?
I just bought 45 from Palmetto for $16 a box.
Really?
Yeah, it's Spear Lawman.
Wow,
that's
230 grain.
230 grain for $16.99.
That's
nice.
Smoking, actually.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Aim Surplus has some deals on some PMC 45. I want to say it was $16 a box too.
Yeah, I know those. PMC is had some deals going on recently. I can tell you why I know that, but they've had some pretty smoking deals. We sell PMC.
If you want to build, like, I know Kyle just said he like piecemeal stuff out, but if you want to build like an ammo account, Ammo Squared, if you guys ever heard of Ammo Squared, it's pretty cool. Because you can piecemeal out and do what you want, and then you can sell the ammo if you don't want it anymore. It's like a savings account, but for ammo.
I call it the ammo stock market.
That's a good way of putting it.
You can watch ammo prices go up and down and pick what you want and stuff. And like John said, you can sell it off too. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. Republic Ammo, Republic Ammo has some great prices. Artex says Callaway and LAX. Is LAX still a thing? I didn't, honestly, I'm not trying to be like an idiot. I didn't think they were, I thought they got bought up by someone maybe a couple years ago. I didn't realize they were still around.
They bought Freedom Ordnance.
They bought Freedom?
No, Freedom Munitions. They bought Freedom Munitions.
They bought Freedom. Okay. I didn't know that.
And then there was talks about them being bought by Ammo Inc. and that kind of
That's what I had heard. That did not actually happen.
That didn't happen. Ammo Inc. just sold too, by the way.
Really?
Freedom isn't free. That's what I was about to say. Like, watch out for Ammo Inc. That price might be dropping.
Man, I felt so bad for those guys from Ammo Inc. because they got to SHOT Show and then found out.
Oh, me too. Sold. They still had to do like the show caravan.
Yeah, and they didn't even we went over and talked to them, and they didn't even know what to say. They were just like, we don't even know what to tell people because we can't sell anything or make deals because we don't
know what's going on.
Yeah, I felt so bad.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I mean, just think they got a free trip to Vegas for a week. I guess that's good. They can't really do much work, so it could be worse.
Yeah, but then you don't know if they got bought by Olin, which is the owner of Winchester.
Yeah, they might not have known they had jobs at that point either.
Yeah.
So. Chris, have you talked to those guys? Are they still have jobs at this point?
They didn't know because they were marketing. So like they said, the Ammo Inc., the factory people probably would keep their jobs.
Well,
but
sure,
like them, they were up in the air. They're like, we probably won't have our jobs.
That's sad.
From what I understand, they still operate till March, and then some of them are getting offered jobs. And like Chris said, the guys that work in the factory are safe, but everything else up in the air. So
that was my source for 38 Super. So like, ugh.
But nobody gives a shit about 38 Super anyway, so you're not really losing it. Oh wait, I'm sorry. You're probably their only customer. Actually, 38 Super. So let me ask you guys this: which is a better cartridge, 38 Super or 30 Super Carry?
What do you mean by better cartridge?
Which one do you like better? Which one? If you could sit there and say there's 38 Super or 30 Super Carry in this gun, which one are you choosing?
If I can only have
one of the two. One of the two.
Oh, yeah. I would rather have 38 Super. Yeah.
Would you? It's just the just more energy.
Oh, it's more power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly more power. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Because I know you've been becoming a pretty big fan of the 30 Super Carry also.
Yeah, but that's carry and not really a power factor involved. And saying that High Point Carbine video where I was chronoing was a huge fucking surprise on the chronograph with 30 Super Carry. Like
was that a 16-inch barrel on that?
Yeah, a 16-inch barrel. Like that shit ain't messing around, dude. Like but it's not 38 Super.
Yeah. G23, go away. I don't want you here anymore. He said 38 Super will rule all 9mm. Just go away. No one cares about your fantasy land. Just because you can't get the cool guy stuff in Washington anymore. By the way, I will say this. I was talking to a guy today in Washington State, and I didn't know that they were trying to pass a thing that for every gun that a gun shop brings in, there has to be a $25,000 insurance policy on in Washington State per gun. I was like, what? Luckily, even the crazy ass people in Washington State were like, nah, no. Oh, you're in Oregon. That's right. That's still pretty fucked up in Oregon. But yeah, Washington State, and they were trying to pass them. You had to have a $25,000 insurance policy on every gun. And I was like, yeah, no. So, yeah. Or a gun, whatever, man. I carry my revolver in single action. How you doing, my friend? It's been a long time. Hope everything's well with you. That goes for individual. You have to have a $25 per gun that you have in your house. Yeah, $25,000 per gun, not per house. Isn't that crazy? That's insane.
I would not be moving to Washington. I can just tell you that.
Yeah. Or my guns won't be moving to Washington, at least.
My God.
Officially.
Even if I hit the lotto, I don't know that I could afford it. It's like, holy smokes.
No. Liam Breen, guys, please ask Trump to help save the people of Britain from their leader.
The people from Britain need to pull their fucking bootstraps up and do what we did and kick their leaders out.
And go tell them to go fuck themselves. And,
exactly right.
We haven't had to worry about Britain since 1776. Sorry.
Step one, Liam. Step
Wow.
one. Read some shit about the American Revolution. That's how you do it.
Step 2, move to America, homie.
They got some neighbors I'm sure would help them, dude. There's no way like the Scots and the Irish and shit would help them kick that ass.
So the Scots and the Irish the Northern Irish would help Britain, but the Scots and the Irish 100% would help them take care of some shit. And if you're looking for some people that will just kind of like, the French are always looking for a good fight. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. My bad. They're looking for a good white flag. My bad.
Yeah. Should say a good fight. Maybe a good baguette or some shit.
Good baguette and some champagne. Yeah. But yeah, Ireland and Scotland don't exist anymore. No shit, right? Like they pretty much don't. Isn't that sad? It's just sad. It's sad. My people are gone almost. Anyways, yeah. All Islamic. Really? I didn't know that. That's crazy. Did y'all know that Scotland and Ireland
I've heard Europe is being that way, like with a lot of the
but I wouldn't expect like Ireland and Scotland, like that's the refuge of all the white people, you know.
Imagine a smaller area than the United States with an influx of migrants, whatever. So I don't know their legal structure to say illegal, but with an influx of migrants, far worse than what we're experiencing here, right?
Yeah. It's per capita, 100%. Yeah,
and a culture that doesn't resist it too. Like, I hate to say it, but Europeans are pussies, man. Like,
Trey, do you got Hulu?
Do I have what?
Hulu?
I don't know. I'm sure I do.
If you guys want to watch a really good show, it's called Say Nothing. It's about the IRA, and
I have seen part of that.
It is really good.
I don't know if I've seen the actual show, or I saw like maybe trailers or commercials, but yeah, Say Nothing rings a bell. So
it's good. And then another one that you have to watch, you have to get MGM Plus on Amazon, but it's called Rogue Heroes. It's about the SAS.
I love to watch that. Yes, those motherfuckers are bad to the bone.
It was talking. It's not a documentary. It's for entertainment purposes, but it follows the SAS from their founding in Africa to right now they're in Italy.
Really,
so it's really good.
I love stuff like that. The origin stories of all these units. SAS. We talk about different units here in America, and yes, CAG or unit Delta, whatever you want to call it, is, if not the best, it's the best in the world, best unit in the world. Reason why it's called a unit, right? Obviously, SEAL Team 6 or Dev Group's pretty damn good, but I'll tell you, there is a group out there, the SAS, a small part of the SAS that might just be the best small unit tactics unit in the world. Most of what the unit does, and the unit was really started for the most part in the early 80s when all these hostages were being taken, and especially like if you guys, well, Ginger, you don't remember, but and Kyle, you don't either, but back in the early 80s there were a lot of airline hostage takeovers and all of that, and that's really what the unit, the Delta Force, was really kind of started to be. Was they wanted to be our anti-terrorist thing for the hostage and all that stuff. Well, guess who trained them all that shit? Fucking SAS. They learned all their hostage stuff from SAS. They're bad mamma jammas right there. So I love to watch that. I love all that kind of history shit. That's just me though. But yeah, and that's on MGM Plus.
MGM Plus. Yeah, it's a BBC show that MGM Plus took over to syndicate in the US.
Is that the one you said you can get through Amazon? So
yeah, you get it through Amazon.
I've got enough of those like digital credits on Amazon. I can do that. There was one that I watched last, I don't know, November, December. I can't remember. And it was a BBC thing, but it was on the French Foreign Legion. The reason why I watched is we did some stuff with the French Foreign Legion back in the 90s, and I hated those fuckers. Worthless pieces of shit. In my opinion, at least the ones that I was around. But I did watch a documentary on them, on how they get their new identities and their training and all that. And it's actually pretty damn interesting. I just wish they were better human beings, but or I should say, I'm not saying they're bad people. They were worthless as far as work ethic and attitude. But watching how they basically have new identities and they can come from anywhere in the world was kind of cool. So it's pretty cool. Milsert, what's up, man? We have Stephen Wilford from GOA over on the Reloading podcast. If you want to check it out after the show, there you go. Yeah. BBC PD. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Apparently not a big Liam is not a big fan of the BBC apparently. So yeah, it was good seeing Nick at SHOT. Did you guys know that he shot himself last year? I was unaware of that until SHOT Show.
I did not.
He's fine. Went right through his hand, but it's kind of crazy, you know.
It's a wonder I didn't shoot myself in the head yesterday.
Damn, I wish you would have. Oh, I'm sorry. What happened?
Yeah, no shit. So I had the what was it? The Match X. It was the Match X. So I get an email. I get a text from Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out it wasn't the Match X. It was the Influencer X. Is what he actually wanted. But he said, "Hey," he said, "Can you take some pictures of the muzzle on your Match X and send them to me real quick?" Or I thought he said Match X, but he was Influencer X. Okay. So anyway, I go grab the Match X,
which would make sense because of the compensator. So yeah,
and I dropped the mag, right, and there's nothing in it, and I slapped the mag back in, and and I'm taking pictures of the muzzle, and I turn it around, toward the camera, and I'm like all this shit, right, and I don't remember what the fuck, but I remember because later on. So anyway, I sent those pictures to him. And he's like, "Oh, I needed Influencer X." And I'm like, "Okay, hang on." He's like, No, we got it figured out. Never mind. I'm like, "Oh, okay." So anyway, I had already had the Match X. And in case anybody out there doesn't know, the Match X does come with an extra spring that helps with the reliability for 124 grain ammunition. It also helps with reliability with some 115 grain too, by the way. But changing that out's a pain in the ass. So anyway, I was like, okay, or if you don't know how to do it. So anyway, I'm like, okay, I'm going to swap this spring and play with it, right? And like, I drop the mag, I rack the slide, and a round falls out.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, but thank God I didn't pull the trigger, right?
So, like, when you drop the mag, did you just not clear the slide?
I did not rack it. I just dropped the mag and fucking assumed
didn't even think
the mag was empty. It had to be empty because the mag was.
You got lucky as shit, dude.
Well, it's a 1911, so you'd have to cock the hammer
still
at some point, or to rack the slide. You would have had to, right? So, and finger on the trigger, and yeah, so. Safety rules, people. Safety rules.
I bet you that was kind of an interesting.
It was a surreal fucking moment. I can tell
I
you
would
right quick.
imagine so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, I got to pay more attention to stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Damn, dude. Damn.
mhm.
That's crazy
Yep.
shit right there.
But unlike Nick, I didn't shoot myself. So
Yeah. What are they calling him now? God, I can't remember what they called him. He doesn't have like a pinky or something like that now. Or part of his pinkies are. I can't remember. Or knuckle. Oh, that's right. It was nine knuckle Nick or something like that.
9 knuckle Nicky. Yeah.
9 knuckle Nicky. Yeah, because he doesn't have a knuckle anymore. Fucking blew that motherfucker straight out. Anyways, shit. What you guys been doing? I've been gone for so long, man. I feel like I'm so far out of the game right now. It's so weird to. I mean, I've talked to some of you guys like briefly on the phone, but
even then,
nowadays,
not much.
Not much. I don't even know what the fuck's going on anymore. Is there any like big news and shit that's happened in the last couple of weeks?
Not really.
We had Trump sign the executive orders basically protecting the Second Amendment.
Saw that.
Which has done what so far?
I mean, listen, he's start. It's a start. It's a start.
Oh, I agree, but like, let's be real. Let's be real.
It's not done anything, but it's a start.
Exactly.
This Supreme Court, I believe it was the Supreme Court, said that the machine guns are protected by the Second Amendment.
No, it wasn't the Supreme Court. That was a lower court.
It was a lower court.
That was an appeals court. Yeah, it was a court of criminal appeals. Yeah, court of criminal appeals.
Okay, that's interesting.
Because that only applies to that case because it was a criminal case.
Let's see. The Supreme Court is supposed to go into their chamber meetings in the next week or so, and they're supposed to be looking at 2 or 3 Second Amendment cases to go.
Do we know which ones
on the docket? I don't remember.
Or do we have a feeling? Let's say we GOA. Do they have a feeling of which ones may be coming down the line?
I have a feeling. I'm not sure. I know.
Okay.
I haven't talked to the Fed boys about it yet, but I know that they're on the docket. Let's see. Smith & Wesson released some new guns.
Yep.
Still frame of their old guns, basically.
Yeah, that's how they roll, dude. It's new guns.
Well, here's my
innovation, baby.
Here's my thing.
Take over the world.
That's true.
Here's my thing. So Smith & Wesson redid the CSX, which good on them. It needed redone. They made it optics cut. They added 3 magazines. But here's my issue. The 17-round magazine, to make it work, it doesn't use a grip sleeve. You replace the whole back strap and it turns into like a grip sleeve on the bottom. But that means once you switch over to that 17-round magazine, you can no longer use the other magazines that it comes with. So making the other 2 magazines
without switching it back. Yeah.
Without switching it back.
Yeah.
So why? Why would they, instead of just doing a sleeve for the magazine like everybody else, why did they change out the whole back strap? And then you can't use the 15 or the 12-round mag that it comes with.
They want to sell some more 17-round mags.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's all come down to the dollar bill Benjamins, baby.
All right, this one's not gun related, but did y'all see that plane land upside down?
No.
Oh man, that was in Canada too, I think.
Yeah,
I did see a crash in Canada, but it was because like it landed in the snow and ice, and I guess when it hit the runway, the ice like broke.
That's it.
The landing thing. I didn't see that it landed. Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, it's a Delta plane too.
It was a Delta. It hit hard. It bounced, and then it ripped one of the wings off, or both of the wings. I'm not sure.
I didn't see it. I just saw it landing, and that's where they stopped the video. So I didn't realize it fucking did that. Holy shit.
Yeah, it went on its top and ran down the runway.
Everyone okay?
Everyone survived.
That's crazy.
Yeah, check.
Wow.
There's tons of videos on like Rumble and Rumble and Reddit.
I saw something on Instagram, but like I said, it was like a story. It's like a 15-second. So the story like literally ended when it landed. And I saw some flames, like, but it stopped. So it didn't show like the good stuff.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's
Can
like
we
my
just-
worst nightmare, dude.
Can we just talk about like why are all these plane accidents happening all of a sudden?
And why is it in Canada? What's
Well,
going
there
on?
was-
What do you
There's
mean by
been like
all?
there's been like 4 or 5 in the last month.
Yeah, the Blackhawk one being the
Blackhawk
scariest.
is we'll never know what really happened with that, I don't think.
I don't think so either. I heard they were at too high of an altitude or something, but yeah, you'll never get the full story, I bet.
I don't know. I find it very difficult to believe that one, the Blackhawks are used to flying that area. Like that's kind of like where they do their stuff. So like they're used to that traffic. How in the hell do you not see a fucking jet coming at you? I don't know, man. I find it very difficult to believe that something wasn't going on. I don't know, but we'll probably never know that.
Well, it seems weird, but when you, and I get it, but when you look at the numbers, and there's like 45,000 flights a day or something, like
yeah.
how many accidents are there in a year, really? I mean, it's like there's not that many. It's like
No, there's not.
It's minuscule compared to the stuff that goes off without a hitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing that stuff doesn't
Car
happen
is
more
dangerous.
frequently.
Driving is super dangerous compared to that. Like it's insane.
Yeah, it is. Especially when it starts snowing like this, because people think they can drive in snow when they don't know how, and just like
Dude,
idiots, man.
So Valentine's Day, we go. There was this Mexican food place that we haven't been to in a while. Told my wife, I'm like, let's go up there. It's Valentine's Day or whatever. So we go up there, and it's kind of trying to drizzle rain and shit, And of course, we get out, and it's that nasty drizzle type rain.
Yeah. So
we get back into town from there because this place is kind of in between two larger cities, and oh man, red lights everywhere. I mean, there was an accident. I'm like, yeah, it's like it could be a fucking blizzard and you be fine, but the slightest little bit of drizzly rain, and people lose their minds as far as driving. Like wreck after wreck after wreck. It's insane.
Yeah, it's people think that they can drive in certain conditions and they can't, or they are overly confident that, hey, I'm a good driver, and they probably can drive in normal conditions, but then they try to be, fucking Dale Earnhardt, and that shit's gonna happen. Is that you, Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I think I did tell you. I think I told everybody. I slid off my freaking driveway.
We saw the picture. We saw the picture. Yes,
driveway.
I was trying to
can't park there.
Can't park there.
You assholes.
They say most accidents happen within 3 miles of the home. So there you go.
Didn't even make it out.
Didn't even make it out of the new drive. And that was like the first night y'all lived there, isn't it?
Yeah, I had to get winched out by a damn tow truck. Apparently, a Toyota Camry doesn't fare well in the country, so I'm gonna have to change that at some point.
Well, Yoko's got a Camry,
bro. You need to make sure you carry bags of kitty litter in your trunk.
I don't think kitty litter would have done a damn thing about that.
Yeah, you get your traction. Throw kitty litter on the ground, it'll get you some traction.
You just need to find you an old 4-wheel drive. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And then
that's what I'm thinking. Get like
a
Danger Ranger.
Put a big ass fucking winch on it, and then that way, if you do slide off time, you pull yourself out.
You pull yourself out, exactly. Go find some old ass Blazer or Bronco, like 78 Blazer, and it's been beat to shit back and forth. It's got 500,000 miles. This is a diesel. It's got a fucking winch on it. That's what you go. You can find one of those for a couple $100, I bet.
See me roll it up. Rolling up in the Bronco. Trey, get in the Bronco. We got to go.
They see me rolling. They hating.
Don't ask questions, Trey. Just get in the Bronco.
I don't ask questions. You say we got to go, we go. And I'll ask questions later.
We're driving down the bike lane in Indianapolis.
It's been done before. We witnessed it. We witnessed that shit. Put the winch on the back because most of the time you get stuck like that. That's probably true.
Yeah.
Or both.
Or have like the fucking big old hooks on the back that you can, at least pull from the front and back.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Get us what?
My little brother brought over a freaking flamethrower, so I now have a flamethrower to
oh my god. All right, I'm on my way. We're gonna burn some shit up.
Kyle says fuck shoveling the driveway.
Yeah, we're just gonna woof, no more snow, baby.
It's really just at the end there, you've got a little incline and that thing gets slick, boy.
Not anymore. Hell, just to say you have a freaky, I don't need to know why. I really don't give a shit why. All you had to say is I got a flamethrower. That's all I need to know. I'm in. Start calling you Dragon Man.
Yeah.
Kyle, just make sure you throw down some rock salt after you flamethrower that shit.
God damn, what are you? Shut the fuck up, you fucking old man pansy ginger.
My man.
He gonna
make
melt
sure that
it.
you have rock salt and you got kitty litter. We need to make sure that we're fucking prepared.
Hey, Ginger's just looking out for me.
Yeah, he's gonna melt the whole driveway, and then it's just gonna be water sitting there, and then it'll freeze back over again.
As long as he gets out, he don't give a shit.
That's true. I'll let the wife handle that shit.
Wow. What you should do to really have fun is before that lasts, build a ramp so you just fucking jump over that area.
Just a Camry flying onto the road.
Just throwing it out there. Put some cameras up there that's got a live feed at all times. I'm just throwing it out there. If you're going to do this, have some fun.
Or what some might call a South Carolina bridge. Even.
Or a South Carolina bridge. Same fucking thing. Ramp, South Carolina bridge. Same thing.
I'd hit 100 subs, no problem with that video, dude.
You could go deep with that. You could go deep with that. Just jumping over.
Oh, yeah.
That would be so good. So good.
I'd have to get a Evil Knievel suit, too.
And it doesn't happen for the car. You got to get that dirt bike. Can you imagine? Just picture this. Just picture this. Holy Jesus. It's snowing. It's white everywhere. And then here comes fucking shirtless Kyle on a dirt bike with a flamethrower behind him, taking the ramp. Oh my God, that's glory in all of its. Oh my God, the greatest video in the history of the world is shirtless Kyle on a dirt bike, Evil Knieveling over it with the fucking flamethrower going. I'm in. Just saying. No hair if you don't do it.
Oh,
fuck. I got nothing going on tonight, guys. What else we can talk about? Are we gonna cut this off early? We can. The first time I've gone an hour in like 7 years.
did anybody watch the NBA All-Star game? I know this is a gun show, but
fuck you.
Yeah. I didn't watch it either, but apparently it was like absolute trash. A lot of people are hating on it.
I haven't watched NBA in a long time, man. I'm just not a fan of the game anymore. All it is, I get why they're doing it. It's fun for the fans. I don't want to see a 140 to 130 game. I don't want to see that shit, you know.
I do like Luka going to the Lakers. I
love Luka going. I like Luka in general. I hate. I shouldn't say hate because I don't hate him. I highly dislike LeBron.
Yeah,
and but I think that Luka. Man, people forget Luka's only 25, bro. Like Luka, and LeBron will get his ass back in shape, and he'll be Luka. That's Luka. Man, Luca in LA could be something special for a while. Him and Austin Reeves for the next 10 years together could be something special. Just saying.
And then AD goes to Dallas and gets
It
hurt
gets hurt.
first game.
Yeah, first game.
Typical
But I did
AD.
see.
I hate to say that. He's a UK guy, but
Yeah, no, and it was a freak thing. But I did see, if I'm not mistaken, going across the ticker on SportsCenter one night that like it's not career or season ending. That no surgery. It's just going to take a couple of weeks. But like he avoided the major surgery, and they said that surgery could have been career ending if it went poorly. I don't know if that's right. I might have misread that, but he avoided that surgery, so that's a good thing.
That is good. AD's a hell of a player, man.
I like AD.
It's
yeah,
hard
he's
for
like
him
a
to
nice
stay
guy
healthy.
too.
Yeah.
What about Super Bowl? You guys happy that the Chiefs didn't win, or were you pulling for the Chiefs?
You already know. That's like our arch nemesis out here, man.
I know you were dancing a jig, weren't you?
Yeah. And I love Saquon being with the Eagles, man.
I hate the Eagles, but I love me some Saquon. That's a good human being, and that's one of the best leaders I've ever seen.
I agree.
That dude literally gave up getting the all-time record in rushing so the younger guys could play in the final game. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And like didn't even think about it. Like let him eat. I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. I have mad respect for Saquon.
Same.
That defensive line was.
Yeah.
Bro, like they said to the Eagles, they blitzed twice the entire game.
And they had Patrick Mahomes in panic mode the whole time, dude.
I tell you what, man, whoever, and I'm sure it was a defensive coordinator, but whoever put that game plan together for Philly's defense, they studied their asses off for those 2 weeks. Yeah. He had it figured out.
And like Chris said, that defensive line's huge. They are monsters, dude.
Is today's Snob's birthday?
Yes.
Shit, see, I miss sending Chase a text on Sunday, and the great thing about not being on Facebook is I'm not on Facebook. The bad thing about not being on Facebook is that was my birthday reminder. So
Same.
I missed Chase like the next day, and then Snob, happy birthday, Snob. God, he's got to be like 63 at this point, doesn't he?
70, I think.
Yeah, God, he's a grumpy old man. I think she actually.
Yeah, I saw something about Chase's birthday on Facebook, and I'm like, I'm not wishing him happy birthday on Facebook. I'm texting him, but.
Yeah, I didn't.
I wouldn't have known if
it
wasn't for Facebook.
Yeah, so I mean, I actually knew that his birthday was Sunday. I just totally forgot about it. In my defense, I just totally forgot to send him until like the next day. Like, oh shit, because it's not only his, but it's his son's. He and his son share a birthday, which I think is pretty badass.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, and then so Snobs is today. Good God. Vic Fangio, is it? There you go. Fangio, whatever. That dude deserves a raise, if not a head coaching job, because he figured out how to beat Mahomes for sure.
Well, what did they do? They drafted the entire Georgia defensive line the last 2 years.
Yeah,
they're all Bulldogs. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but they're
I don't know.
Dogs. They're dogs, all right. What's up?
I don't know if I've ever told anybody this online.
You're gay?
My sister and I are born on the same day, 5 years apart.
Really?
And my sister's kids are all born on the same day. Now,
how many kids?
Were twins, but then she had her third son, and he was born on the same day as the twins.
So there's 5 of you in the family that are on the same birthday?
Yeah, my sister and I are 5 years apart, and the twins and their brother are 2 years apart.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's some real planning right there.
Yeah, that's the next level thinking right there.
Seriously.
We got close to that. So my wife, my mom, my dad, and my 3 brothers are all within like 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
I got
on purpose?
My brother, my middle brother, I guess you would call him. He missed my birthday by like an hour.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
So his was actually the day before. Yeah.
So my aunt that I never met, she died before I was born. think her birthday was the same day as mine. And then ironically, this is morbid. I never met her though. My mom's dad died a day after I was born. So like everyone's happy about the first grandchild, and the next day grandpa dies. Some crazy ass shit how weird stuff works out, you know. Go figure. Yeah. No, I think it's kind of crazy that, you know, Chris has got 5 family members born the same day, and people are like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how that's just nuts. I mean, I've heard of people having different like father, son, and all that stuff, but not like brother, sister, and 3 kids. That's nuts. See, I'll have like a big old party every year for birthday. I mean, you better.
Yeah, I mean, my sister and I normally get together and celebrate. But yeah.
Does she bring the kids?
When you're a kid.
Oh, if it's a kid, yeah, it sucks. Yeah. It's like having birthdays around Christmas and all that.
Well, yeah, and then your birthday's 24 days before Christmas, so yeah. We kind of got screwed all the way around there.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Vortex.
I was going to bring this up. I just thought about this.
Okay,
I want to get it.
You want to share your screen? You can if you want. I don't care.
Go ahead. You do it.
Okay. Stand by.
I don't understand.
Present, share screen, Viper, Chicago Mike. There's your deal for you. There you go.
So this is their new shotgun enclosed microdot.
That looks like an early 2000s, actually early 2010s EOTech is what that looks like.
I was going to say it looked like a 1913 submarine.
Well, that it does. That's fair too. Yeah.
So I
don't understand it. I don't understand it. Explain it to me, John. I don't.
Go ahead, Ginger, because you're the one who's like creaming right now to talk about it. So go.
Well, yeah. So this is their new. So a lot of people saw, what was it, 2 years ago? Mossberg came out with their shotgun with the RMSC footprint.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, what Vortex did is they took what would be the drill and tap on a shotgun and created a mount, so you can mount a red dot to all these drilled and tap shotguns without putting a Picatinny rail on the top.
So what you're saying,
but this is all integrated.
Yeah. So
it's all one piece. It's all one piece.
Yeah.
It's all one piece. Yeah.
But you don't have the rise.
No, that is the cool thing about it. It is low profile. I will say that.
And it's just in time for your turkey season and some good rabbit hunt.
And that one there is only the red dot. If you want the multi reticle, it goes up to $500, I think.
Yeah.
But if you click over, Trey, there's a picture of it on a shotgun.
Like that? That one?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know.
It is small. I like the profile of it.
I like the idea of it, but I don't know if I like the execution.
Yeah, it's dumb. Why not just make a mount? You know?
Yeah.
And here's a better question, because I've never looked. Are there mounts out there? Because it wouldn't be hard to make. I mean, you could literally make one yourself. Are there mounts out there already for RMR, RMSC, that sort of stuff?
I don't know.
Let me look.
If there are, then I don't.
Monstrum have them?
I mean, we would know. You would think.
I've never looked, so I don't know. But when I seen this, that was my first thought was why.
Maybe Weaver has maybe put something. I mean, I don't know. Would Weaver or Allen or someone like that do something like that? But I wouldn't imagine so.
Here you go. I just found one.
And not just why, but why for $400 and something? Like what?
Okay, hold on.
I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this company.
I haven't either, but
way cheaper than that dot.
Yeah, they are cheaper than that optic, and you can put whatever the hell you want to on that at that point.
Yeah.
They got Benelli's, they got Berettas, Mossberg, and the Remingtons. So there you go. I'm not going to put the screen up there, but what I will do is, if people are interested, I'll put it in the chat that you can go check this out yourself. Oops. There you go. There are some mounts out there.
About a quarter of the cost, and use whatever you want.
Now here's the question then. I also found this mount by Meadow Creek. This goes on the vent rib.
Yeah, Mostrom makes those too. There's several that make those that attach to the vent rib.
Well, my question is then, where would you rather have it, on the vent rib or on the back?
Doesn't matter. It's going to be the same plane, a sight plane, basically. So it's really not going to matter.
I would. So let me ask you guys this: what's going to be more stable?
Well, having one of the ones like John is referencing that attaches to the vent rib, I don't think it makes a difference because it's pretty dang sturdy the way that it grips onto the rib. It ain't coming off. You're going to rip the vent rib off before you tore it off.
Yep. True.
Now my question is, since these are basically pistol reticles, and if you've ever messed with like the Swamp Fox crosshair reticle that's a pistol dot, that dot gets bigger the further away it gets from you. So wouldn't you prefer to have it on the back over on the vent rib? Because now your field of view, your dot's getting bigger.
Some people like that big old dot, I see people running on AR pistols. They'll run the dot on, if they got a full rail, they'll run it up there as almost like a front sight. Because they like that shit. They like that big old fucking dot up there. So that's up to the person, I guess.
I really like that second one that you buy specific for your shotgun, and you can put an RMR on it, because you could test a lot of dots with that. If you wanted to like shotgun test them, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. That's the only thing that I wonder about is with this Vortex. I'm sure it's Vortex, so they're going to do a decent job with it. But if this was basically a pistol dot that they converted to be a shotgun dot, I hope that dot, the electronics work with the energy of a shotgun and not, a pistol. So
yeah, it's supposed to be a redesign, and that's also
it
why
is. Okay, see, I don't know. So
it's also why it's a closed emitter, is because unlike deer hunting, where often you're in a blind or in a something like that, with shotguns you're out in the open, you're out in the weather a lot. So being a closed emitter, so it's a better setup.
Here's my question. That Scalar Works, that just for the RMR plate, it's $119.
Okay.
Would you rather just buy the whole setup?
Depends on what you've already got. If you've already got 4 or 5 dots, then why the hell wouldn't you do that? Now, if you don't have anything and you went and it's probably better to buy the whole thing together.
Well, then you can pick the reticle, pick the color, pick the this,
That's
pick the
what I'm
that.
saying.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Personally,
it gives you options for sure.
Personally, I would put a $10 fucking pick rail on it with like a Gideon Omega and be done. That's just because what the fuck difference does that 3 millimeters of fucking height make on a shotgun? It doesn't.
Yep. What were you gonna say, Chris?
No, I just think it's a great idea for us as content creators. I mean, we test a lot of dots out on our channel.
Yeah, it could be great for a testing to have one RMR and one in RMFC. Yeah,
absolutely. And you can throw whatever the hell you want to on those.
Well, bang away with some, bang away with some 3-inch magnums.
We're gonna find out if that shit works or not real quickly.
Yeah,
you think a pistol dot will hold up to that?
Probably not, but wouldn't it be a great video?
I think it would. Here's the reason that I think it would is the recoil on a shotgun is linear.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's a different type of recoil, and I think it would.
I've
ran pistol dots on shotguns before, and I hadn't had a problem.
May not last the whole box,
Now, if you get into what am I thinking here? The only problems that I've seen with red dots is when you get on really sharp recoiling rifles, then you start getting into some issues. But shotguns don't have that. Shotguns don't really have that sharpness. They're heavy recoil, but they're not a sharp recoil.
Some of the AR shotguns, AR style shotguns and bullpups, but that's a design thing. When you start talking about the shorter barrel shotguns and AR style 16-inch or whatever. But yeah, I mean, those are pretty interesting at times, but that's a design thing, not, and you have to know that going into it. But that's also why those things come with the pick rail, and you can put whatever big ass optic you want on those things, so but yeah, not being a huge shotgun aficionado, I'll take y'all's word on it.
Well, so here's a novel idea. This is interesting because John was saying, hey, you don't have to put a rail on top of it and adds the extra height, blah blah. Yeah, okay, I get all that. And I see for like the retrofit market, right? It's like, okay, maybe, gotcha.
Yeah.
But as far as modern production shotguns moving forward, however many years ago it's been now, 3, 4, 5 years, I don't even know. The Grisan MC312 has shipped with an integrated rail. It's integrated into the receiver. It doesn't stick up higher than the receiver, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that there's a couple of other companies that are doing that.
Oh, that's the way of the future. I think with, like you said, I think that these are for retrograding the older models is really what this is.
Then it negates the need for anything new. It completely negates the market for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at what Mossberg's been doing the last couple of years, putting an RMSC footprint on the receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. The newer stuff that's going to be coming, but all this stuff is going to be able to take your older stuff and make it modernized, to at least handle the dots and all that. But yeah, I think the way the future is integrated, whether it's a footprint, whether it's a pick rail, whatever it is, being integrated from the factory. That's just like handguns and everything else. If you're making a handgun that's not optic ready at this point, you ain't going to sell much of them. And I'm sure shotguns will eventually be the same way, that at least have the option of having the optic ready, whether it's a pick rail or a footprint. I think that's just the way everything's going. You better be optic ready in everything that you do at this point. That's the reality of it.
Have you all
That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
So since we're on shotguns, and
go for it. I mean, I'm fucking going nuts here, but yeah, let's fucking talk shotguns some more. Why not?
So, have y'all seen the mag tube cap lasers?
No,
y'all seen those?
They're stupid. I've seen them. I think they're stupid.
For like a home defense.
The mag, so it's basically built into the tube. Instead of mounting it, it's on the. Okay, I like the concept of that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you don't have to mount anything really.
No, it replaces your mag tube cap. That's what it does.
Okay, I'm kind of digging the idea, the concept.
And it's a flashlight. Axion has them. It's a flashlight and it's a laser. I think it's Axion.
Axion tube light.
Hang on, I'll have to look it up.
Energy efficient is not. Let's see here.
Theirs may just be a flashlight.
But still, I like the idea of having that to where you don't have to worry about if your shotgun doesn't have a rail on the bottom or anything like that. Like having that tube cap act as a light or a laser. Yeah, whether or not it's a good thing or not, whether it works or not, I don't know. But I will say this, that like the concept of that, I kind of dig. So hey, we're not trying to redesign anything. We're just saying, hey, change the cap and when you're good.
Just a reference, I just real quickly looked one up. There's multiples. That one's on Amazon, and you don't got to bring it up, but just so you can see what I'm talking about.
Faux show. Interesting.
So yeah,
that's pretty damn cool.
How do you turn it on?
The reason it's got a button. The reason
is a button on the bottom of it.
The reason that I bring that up is I'm in the process of kind of tricking out, adding some stuff to the 590, and that's one of the things I have here to add.
Shit.
Yeah.
So like you come here, I don't know if you guys can see that button right there, Ginger. You see it?
I think that's way too far out. You think about
Then don't
with like
buy
a
it.
18-inch.
Then don't buy it, dude.
No,
I
Way
mean,
too far out. That's
You
not
asked-
way too far out for an 18. I can tell you right now because I've got a 590. It's not.
You don't think you home defense situation, you hear a bump, you're grabbing the shotgun, your hand placement's up front, you're getting aimed down sight. You got to reach all the way to the end of the tube to turn
You
it on.
turn it on, Ginger. You don't have to hold it, bro. It's on off.
I know, but you got to
What are you
reach out
talking
all
about?
the way out there to turn it on, right?
Are you okay? Are you going to shoot yourself while you're turning? I don't understand.
I'd rather have it if it had a
Well, then
memory
don't buy
pad. You asked my opinion. I'm picking on it. Let me pick on it.
Some of them may have a remote if that's what you're getting at. Like some of them may have a remote, and I mean,
Clover doesn't give a fuck about anybody's opinion. Let's just be
Yeah.
honest. What the hell are you talking about?
You could very easily put a remote on the pump or whatever, right? And I mean
You
that wouldn't be hard to do if it. But all I'm saying is that's just one example. There's multiple. That's not the only one that they make. That's not the one I have, for example. I can't remember the brand on the one I've got. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the concept of it, I think, is awesome because you're giving people options without like changing anything.
Your point of aim, point of impact is going to shift pretty dramatically over distance with a laser, but you're also going to have a spread with a shotgun, right?
That's it.
So
that's it.
I got to answer Scott real quick. It is the 940 and the 590 right now that are only coming with the optics cut. It's not all Mossberg shotguns. I wanted to clear that up. It's just the 940 Pro Tac and the.
Only a couple different models.
It's just only a couple.
Give them a couple years, and they'll probably have all the new models.
I think their 940 Turkey comes with an optics cut too. Poor Chris fell asleep.
Poor Chris fell asleep talking shotguns. I wish I could fall asleep when we talking shotguns.
All right.
What would be cool is if, and they don't make one, but that's what I've got on the 590 now. I've got the pump with the integrated, the pump and everything is made by Streamlight, right? And it's got the integrated Streamlight flashlight in it.
Mm-hmm.
If Streamlight just added a laser to that, for example.
Oh, there you go.
Right?
That would work. Yep, sure. There you go.
And then you could even have.
Fuck it, I'm out. He just said, I'm out.
You could even have momentary for your laser with that too, because your hand would
strobe and laser. Whatever, you could do all sorts of cool stuff with that.
Yeah,
you can go to a rave. That's
true. That's some good techno.
Yeah, you could go to a rave with a shotgun and say, I'm just here for the lights. They probably wouldn't like that, would they?
I want to bring this up because I think this is a great conversation starter, and we can debate on this.
Okay.
I'm going to give my answer, but what is the minimum amount of mags a gun should come with from the factory? And I want to say. I'm going to say I think it should be 3. I think all guns should come with 3 mags.
Crazy. I think the minimum is 1. Would it be nice if you?
Well, yeah, it'll
sure.
Right.
1.
I think it should come with 3.
I think you're a spoiled bitch. So
I agree with Ghost. 1 mag.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I don't think you understand how much, and Kyle understands this, manufacturer side. I don't think you understand how much, even though they don't weigh a lot, but how much shipping changes with multiple mags. Like it changes freight like a motherfucker.
I've
been on his side.
That's true. That's true. You have. Yeah.
Here's my justification though, and I am biased, so everybody knows that. But everybody has their preference in magazines.
Yep.
So what's the point if you get a rifle with 3 mags and they're P mags and you freaking hate Magpul?
I only use them in 2 or whatever, Yeah.
Or I only use steel mags, or I only use aluminum mags. The list goes on and on. Now, P mag seems to be like everybody can really get down P mags. I was just using that example, but that's my little head talk right there. I think 1 mag get you started out the box, and then you pick whatever you want. from that
Even in
point.
the
And it
pistol
saves the
game.
consumer money.
Yeah, it does. That's what I'm saying is that's where I was going with the freight. It costs a lot more in freight. It doesn't sound like it would, but it does in freight plus the cost of those mags. So would you rather pay $60 more for 2 magazines or get for 2 extra than the ones you get 3 for paying $60 more for that gun, or get that gun for $60 cheaper and be able to go find your own aftermarket mags somewhere else? I don't know. I personally don't care. Give me one, I'll be fine.
So assuming that you fucking want more mags, right? That's the whole thing. Like, are we all going to be in the mindset that we're buying this gun to go to fucking war with in a firefight? No.
On this panel, probably.
Like people buy guns for all kinds of reasons that maybe they just take it to the range every now and then and have fun. They don't need 3 fucking mags for that.
Now, the only reason that I would sit there and say that I would want more than one is if it's some weird ass proprietary magazine that you can't get anywhere else.
But
yes,
that's the only time.
Yeah, but wouldn't you rather, especially if you're buying something you've never shot, right? Wouldn't you rather buy one with just 1 mag, get it, I don't want to say considerably cheaper, but let's just cheaper because it's only coming with 1 mag, right? Yeah. You're getting it cheaper. You get it in, oh fuck, I love this. I go and buy 3, 4, 5 mags.
As long as they're available, yes.
Rather than it's, oh fuck, I don't like this. I just do not like the way this feels. It shoots. I just don't like it. And then now you've got the gun, the 3 mags. You paid more for it. You know, it's just, to me, that doesn't make any sense.
If it's $60, right? I'm gonna use the example of the 2311 just to put it out there. I buy a 2311. It costs me $60 more to get 2 more 2011 mags. I'm happy because a 2011 mag is $60.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it wouldn't just be $60 if it was a 2311. You're talking about $150 more for 2 extra mags, or $120 more. Sure.
Okay.
Like if what I'm saying to you is this: if I promise you this, let's say the 2311 is going to cost you $1,000. That comes with 1 mag. If you want 2 extra mags, it's going to cost you $1,200. Why? Because they're not going to cover the cost for those 2 extra mags.
Yeah,
you're going to cover the cost of those 2 extra mags plus some.
And you've got to redesign and possibly a different type of case that is coming.
Yeah, they got to cut the case, and
they're not going to ship loose mags in a box with your gun.
That's fair too.
Like, they're not going to do that. Not with what comes with the gun.
I mean, why wouldn't they? Glock does it.
What?
Okay, not everybody's fucking Glock. Go for
Since when?
To Trey's point too, the
my
shipping
Glock
side
came in the box, so I don't understand.
No, wait, hold on, Kyle. Hold on. Now, Wes says if I'm paying $1,000, it better come with more than 1 mag. That's just an example. I get it. If you're paying $1,000, it better come with 3 fucking mags. You're right. Go ahead, Kyle.
At a certain price point, yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Taurus, no offense, you're spending $250. Be happy you're getting a mag. Yeah. So, anyways, go ahead, Kyle. Shut your mouth, Kyle.
Sorry, Ginger. To Trey's point.
See, he's agreeing with me, so he's going to talk right now. Okay.
The shipping cost alone, the weight that it adds, like when you've got distributors buying 5,000 rifles or 10,000 rifles, that stuff adds up, man. So, and that all gets delivered onto the consumer at the end, one way or another. So,
yeah, it is. Yep. I know a little bit about that now, which is crazy. It's amazing. People don't have any idea. And in the last few weeks, I've gotten to see a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. It's insane.
It's a lot.
How much freight is? Freight's insane. It's crazy.
The show stuff's going to make you throw up.
I don't even want to know. Yeah, I don't even want to know what you guys are shipping out in your booth.
Except for goals, which is reasonably priced.
Hey there.
Wow. Wow.
Plug it.
Chris has been awful quiet.
Yeah, Chris, I want to hear
Chris is nauseous over there. Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Oh, the mag thing. I mean, that's one thing, like especially when you do the EAA reviews, everybody bitches about the 1 mag. But I always say in those videos, that's definitely one of the ways they keep the cost down on the gun.
They do. It is.
So, if you get like the influence, we'll take the Influencer X for example. It comes with one 8-round 1911 mag. Okay.
Yep.
Well, think about what you're going to pay for that gun from any other company with all the features it's got on it. So I'm okay with buying a couple extra 1911.
And you can find those anywhere. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. And it's like if the 2311, now the Match X comes with 2 mags, you get the 17 and the 20 or whatever, but some of those, they only come with 1 mag, but where else are you going to get a double stack 1911 under $1,000? I'll go buy a couple Checkmate mags for $50 a piece.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Did you notice on those that on the second tier of foam under the top tier, it's got 2 more mag slots in there?
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
When you pull it up, you mean?
Yeah, when you pull it up, it's got your tools, and it's got 2 mag slots down there, which I thought was cool.
But then where I get frustrated, and this is back to what Trey was saying earlier, when you got something with a proprietary mag, like that GSG 16 I got hanging back on the wall. Well, it only came with 1 mag, and then the mags are a son of a bitch to try.
The Pro Mag, the Pro Mags are
find them, they're not in stock.
And the Pro Mags for those are the easiest ones to find, and they're absolute shit.
But they're not even worth having. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
proprietary mags. Yeah, you better send me 3. If it's proprietary, you better send me 3. If it's one of those that are easily accessible, there's a lot of aftermarket options. At that point, I don't care. I really don't. I don't have a problem getting 1 mag.
Here's my question.
Okay, yeah, have the fucking floor, Ginger. Go ahead. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so Chris brought up a good point, and this is it is a good point. EAA, the Untouchable came with 1 mag. Okay, and I get KCI 1911 mags. I don't know if I've run mine. They've worked fine. I know that people have issues with KCI. Sure. They're $10. I don't mind buying the $10, but if it was like if they bought them at wholesale for 2, and I got charged an extra $5 to get 2 more mags or $10 on the price of the gun, I'd be pretty happy to get 3 1911 mags. So that's a little different because but it's in Kyle's case, like the the Kiger, there's Glock mags everywhere, so I'm not worried about that. But if it's like, I think that if it's not at least 3 mags, at least make it 2. That way I can do a mag exchange. Like you brought up mags that are hard to find. I've got the STK or that Stoker handgun I bought for review. It came with one magazine. The mags are $45. You could buy a package for 3 with 3 mags. That gun was a $50 difference, but they don't have them in stock because everybody bought them because it came with 3 mags. And then if you can find the mags, they're expensive as all get out.
So let me ask you this: as a consumer, right? Not as a YouTuber, not as a creator, reviewer, and all that. As a consumer, which is ultimately what we all are.
Yeah.
And you go on XYZ website to find a gun to buy. What if they just gave you an option, a little drop down, extra mags? Like, here's a gun that comes with 1 mag, but you have the option to buy as many as you want, extra mags. I think that's probably the best of both worlds. We're going to send you 1, but you can, as long as they carry those mags and like maybe give you a drop down at the time of purchase and say, hey, would you like extra magazines? And maybe give them a discount. If they usually are $20, let's just throw a number out there. They're $30 on the website per magazine. Well, if you're buying the gun, now any additional magazine is $20. Like, I'd be okay with that,
To piggyback off of that, let's take Springfield for example. You could buy a Hellcat Pro off the shelf for $640. I don't know what they're running. $649 is what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
You get 2 mags with that. Well, now they got a mail-in rebate. You get 5 more mags. Why not just include an extra mag in the box? Why do I gotta mail in and get 5 more mags? If
because
that's built into the price,
it's not coming from Springfield. It's probably coming from their manufacturer. It's probably what that is.
They got to import them over. It's still It's the same weight shipping.
Most mail-in rebates, it's just
Or
for
third
decades
party
of dealing with
somewhere.
mail-in rebates, are a gamble play by the company because the vast majority of people don't
Aren't gonna
fucking
do
get
it.
their mail-in rebates and they make money off of it.
That's what like Smith and Wesson is doing right now. Smith and Wesson, any gun that you buy until I think maybe April, any gun that you buy that is optic ready, you buy that gun, you get a consumer mail-in rebate, and you get a free Viridian dot. That's just out there in case y'all didn't know that. Any consumer can go buy it, but they're going to give you a free dot mail-in rebate. Well, they're expecting maybe what 10-15% might actually do that, maybe if that much,
Yeah.
So I'd be surprised if it's 10% that ever get used by rebates. I'd be surprised.
I've had to literally commission friends that not didn't have to pay anybody, thankfully. But and we're not talking about the gun stuff. I don't think I've ever done a rebate on gun stuff. But on other rebates in the past, I've literally had to call acquaintances that are lawyers and
Sure.
get them to write fucking letters to get my rebate. Like
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I do not have good experiences with rebates, man.
Maybe they just don't like you.
Yeah, that could be. But it's a good question, John, and I don't know. It's debated a lot, but I bought used guns with no mags before, so I really
That's
don't
true
care.
too. Yeah,
and I've got a great deal because it had no mag.
I want to say that one of my Glocks that I got it used, didn't come with any mags because I was like, I don't care. Like I've got 30 Glock mags at home. Like I didn't care. I think one of my 19s didn't have magazines when I bought it. I was like, I don't care. Yeah, got plenty of them.
Yeah, or I can go order it.
Oh, exactly. Back then, you could get Glock mags for $10. Now they're only like 25. It's still pretty not bad, but you used to get Glock mags. They were decent Glock mags for like $10 back in the day.
I'm going to answer Scott's question. Can you put
go
that
for
up?
it? Yeah, it's your show, bro.
Fuck you. All right.
I'll put it up on the screen. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So Scott's asking, how does PSA manage to afford to send daggers with 10 mags? Because they buy so many fucking mags that their price is nothing. It's
that
really
or they own a manufacturing plant.
No, they're Magpul mags.
Oh, they are Magpul? Okay.
Yeah, they're Magpul mags. They literally buy container loads of Magpul mags, and the Magpul cuts them a deal. They're probably paying like
they're buying 100,000 Magpul mags at a time, I'm sure.
Yeah. So Magpul's probably cutting them a deal for like $2-3 a mag or something like that.
I bet they get it for better than that. Yeah, I bet they get better than that. I bet you it's sub $2 if I had to bet.
Here's a little behind the curtain, because I know Trey's going to be seeing this soon.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to like one of the Sports Inc. show or the consumer shows, those guys are cutting deals left and right. And one of the ones that I used to like was Smith and Wesson used to do like buy 3 get 1 free on their M&P lines. And so all the people are doing, and that's why you see gun stores like, why is XYZ gun store got this gun for $200 less than everybody else? It's because they're just price averaging it across.
That's all it is. Yeah. I think what you're seeing though is here's one we got that I don't know if I mentioned it before live. I know I talked about it in the pre-show, but Hooksworks, the suppressor company, and Xander's has a deal until the end of March that there's a few different models of suppressors that we're able to sell to the dealers for minus $200, right? So you think, oh man, so $1,000 wholesale suppressor they can now get for $800 or whatever, right? So that means that the consumer, no. They're not allowing the dealers to drop the MAP price. Here's why. The whole promotion is to pay the tax stamp for the consumer. the $200 tax stamp. So they're able to get that product for, let's say, $200 cheaper, but they still have to price it normally, but they have to offer, instead of discounting the suppressor, they are keeping it at normal price, but they're going to pay your stamp, $200 tax stamp. And I put it this way. I was a little nervous about it when I heard about it last week. I was like, how's that going to go? It went live yesterday afternoon and we've already sold out. We have to go get more. So the dealers are, but there are a lot of people, there are a lot of manufacturers that will, you buy 3, you get the 4th one free. Well, they do that so that you can drop your prices a little bit. But there's a lot of companies these days that I think that I've seen just in the last few weeks that really protect the MAP pricing. Kyle, I'll bring you in. Does Anderson, do you guys monitor what dealers, the MAP pricing that the dealers are using, or are you letting them say, hey, man, you price whatever the hell you want to price them at?
Yeah, we're pretty free on that. We don't have MAP pricing.
Okay, there you go. A lot of them do that I've seen, and I think that's just so. And I asked someone about that, and it's not 100% all the time. But what I will say is they're doing that to help save gun shops a little bit, because the gun shop might buy 5 guns and Academy's going to buy 500 guns at a time. And if you didn't protect the MAP pricing, Academy's going to get a better deal because they're buying so much more, which means now Academy can probably sell that gun retail for cheaper than the gun shop can buy it wholesale at that point. So a lot of companies are trying to protect that MAP pricing so that online and big box stores don't shut down gun shops. So in that situation, I'm all for MAP, just because someone were doing it so that now, does it help the big box stores? They might make more profit, sure, but if they can't undercut mom and pop gun shops, then that's a plus too.
Trey, what is MAP pricing for people who may not know? That way,
okay. So you have a wholesale price, you have the MSRP, and you have a MAP pricing, right? MSRP, let's say the gun is $9.99. What you're going to see that most shops are going to go is, let's say that turns into an $8.99 gun. Well, there's going to be MAP pricing that some of these manufacturers will send out and say, we're going to protect the MAP, which means we're not going to allow you to, whether or not they sell it for a different price, a lower price is one thing, but you're not allowed to advertise a lower price than XYZ, right? I think that's what's manufactured and advertised price. Is that what it stands for?
That's why you see
minimum
advertised price. Yeah,
that's why you see a lot of times on websites add to cart to see price.
Yes,
because of MAP.
Yeah. But that said, I do appreciate the fact that, and I saw it for a while in the golf business also, as a lot of golf manufacturers did that because they knew that you could go online or go to Academy and buy the same club for cheaper than I could buy it for the manufacturer. So the fact that there is MAP pricing, I do appreciate that to a certain extent. Now, whether or not everyone's playing by all those rules, the theory of MAP pricing is protect the smaller and the non-online or the non-big box stores. In the gun industry, that couldn't be more crucial, because I can't tell you how many gun shops I've seen in the last couple of years that are shutting down because they can't compete with online shops or Gun Broker or Academy or whoever. So
that's assuming they can even get them at a wholesale price to start with.
That's another issue. You're right, and you and I have talked about that.
Yeah.
Well, let's peel back the curtain a little bit, because I want to piggyback off this. So when I was at Faxon, we enforced MAP very strictly.
Did you? Okay, nice.
And
now let me ask you this: why? What was y'all's reasoning to enforce MAP at that time?
It was to protect the brand. To be honest with you, it was to protect
the property. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because what you would see, and we didn't have, when we started off at Faxon, we didn't have, and I found this out secondhand, we didn't have MAP pricing. And what would happen is just to break it down, let's just say a Brownells could buy a Glock 19 barrel for $100. MSRP is $219. They could sell that for $150,
$179, or
whatever. And MAP, we just say MAP's $179. Well, what was happening is that people would look at the MSRP on the website, which is normally $219, and they'd go to Brownells, see it for $150, but then you've got like Joe Blow Gun Shop who buys it for $135 because that's their dealer. That's their dealer tier, and it would just screw the small guys. First off, that's another reason, but it will also screw the brand because now people are like, well, it's $219 on your website. Why are they selling it for $150? Why can't you sell it for $150? Yep. And Cobra Arms is correct. There are map workrights. You can do the ad. They add the cart to sale.
That's what I said. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to advertise prices. Doesn't mean you can't sell them for something.
Yeah, I know. Back when I was working at the gun shop, CDNN did a sale on Berettas, and they were like $429 for an A3 or something ridiculous. And I went up to our sales guy or our buyer, and I was like, "Hey, like, is this our price on this?" And he goes, "I can't even buy it for that low. That's violating MAP." Immediately contacted Beretta rep, and immediately it was shut off the next, like 2 seconds later. So, I mean, I plot like Smith & Wesson doesn't do MAP. I know that. No. There's a couple. I think
a lot of them are going to that model now, though.
Oh yeah, because it protects the big thing that people don't see is like even your big box stores are making 20 points on guns.
Yeah, it's
not a big margin item, and you're looking at
the difference is they're able to get them for cheaper. So they're even with their 20 points, they're $20 cheaper than what you can buy at your local gun shop. That's what it is.
So, like, you got people like to complain about gun prices, but and to think that the gun industry, we make a boatload of money. We don't make jack shit.
Guns and ammo. I was surprised at how much you do not make on guns and ammo. It's unbelievable.
Ammo's 10 if you're lucky.
If you're lucky,
it's 10. Ammo's all.
And that's if you're buying it, and that's what you're buying by pallets at a time.
Yeah, I mean, the manufacturer. I won't speak for Kyle, but I'll speak for when I was at Faxon. We were making 35 points on the back end before we were going to wholesale. So wholesale, we were making about 25 points. Then you go to the seller, and we'll talk about like parts and accessories. You're looking at maybe 30 to 40 points on parts and accessories. If you're lucky, and then you're looking at like guns. Guns, like it was huge for us when we came to SHOT Show the first year with guns, and then where I saw you guys at SHOT, we were given 25 points.
Yeah,
like 25 points at MAP is huge, and you can think, well, 5 points. I mean, that's a
big.
make or break.
No, so
moneymaker. The moneymaker is optics. Yeah. That's the moneymaker. Yeah.
Optics and any accessory, to be honest with you, any accessory they're making money.
Probably, yeah. The gear, right? The
gear.
They're
making money on gear.
Yeah.
So we were doing a thing last week. It wasn't us, but Smith was doing a thing, and we sold out. We had 177 SKUs of Smith & Wesson last week to dealers that they were able to save anywhere from 5 to 7% off, and that shit sold out. Why? Because 5% doesn't sound like a whole lot, but to dealers, that 5% can make or break whether or not you keep your doors open. Especially in times like now, it still hasn't really come back. Is it better? Numbers were a little bit better in January, but it's still not back. And if you can get something for 5 or 7% off of wholesale from what your normal cost is, man, that's margin right there that you can't turn down. So we sold out of all that shit. 177 SKUs were sold out, which is crazy.
On a company that doesn't have MAP too. So
that does not have MAP. That's right.
That's a big thing, because you're looking at like
you can drop your prices and still make your same margin at that point.
Yeah,
if you need to.
Because you got to compete with the guys who can buy it. Look at who's a big box? Dunham's. I don't know. Sportsman's Warehouse. Say Sportsman's Warehouse.
Let's just say Bass Pro, because everyone knows Bass Pro.
Bass Pro. Well, Bass Pro sells everything on MSRP because they don't give a shit.
They can.
But when they go, but when they go on sale, you'll
or
see
Shields. Everyone knows Shields.
Shields. When Shields goes on sale, you're looking at like, hey, they knocked $200 off the gun. Well, A, they're probably selling it at MSRP to begin with, or close to it.
Yeah.
And B, they can do whatever they want because they buy in so much bulk that they know they're making their money's worth. Like when Shields opened in Phoenix, I laughed. I walked up to the gun counter and I laughed. Everyone was like buying stuff left and right. I'm like, this is full MSRP. You're paying MSRP for these guns. Why are you doing this? It's because it's Shields. I don't get it.
Yeah. So here's something I learned about Shields. Bass Pro, Cabela's, Academy, they typically have a buyer for either a region or the whole damn company and distribute to their stores. Shields, each store has a buyer individually, which I didn't know. And I think that's kind of cool that so a guy in Phoenix is going to be buying something different than a guy in Kansas, and it's not one guy buying everything. It's they have every Shields store has their own buyer, which I think is a kind of a cool model.
That way it's region specific right there.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
nice.
And I love that. But Academy doesn't do that. Mostly, Bass Pro, Cabela's, like they might have a regional buyer for all the stores, but each individual location in Shields has their own buyer. I thought that's a pretty cool thing right there. I like that.
Well, think about it. If I'm in Phoenix, I don't need to stock turkey guns.
Correct. But
if you look at Sportsman's or anything like that, they've got tons of those sitting on the shelf.
And they're going to be sitting there.
Yeah.
Yep. Faux show. We could talk about this forever because I'm just now getting to this side of the game, and it's an eye opener. Yeah, go ahead.
Big chains like that though can shift inventory to different stores.
They can. Yeah, sure they can. And let's be honest. If let's say Sportsman's, right? Whoever their regional or national buyer is, they need to be better at their job. Why are we sending turkey guns to freaking Phoenix? Like, just because you need to send X amount to different stores, he needs to know his stores better and say, we probably shouldn't send 25 turkey shotguns to fucking probably Phoenix. Yeah. That's just me. Maybe it's just me though.
Well, it's funny Clover brought that up because you could shift inventory from stores. But like Trey said, even when I worked at Gander, even though they're out of business, but when I worked at Gander
was awesome, by the way.
But when I worked at Gander, I'd be like, hey, I know what's selling well. So I put a request in up top, and then I got sent shit that we didn't need. Like there was bolt action deer guns. In Ohio, you don't need a bolt action deer gun. We didn't sell a bunch of them. So then they would call us or I'd be like, hey, I'm sitting there. I'd call and say, hey, I need like X amount of shotguns or these are the guns we need to sell because these were selling really well. And I'd go, I'll just trade you guys all these bolt guns. And they're like, well, it's going to cost us too much in shipping to send them to the distributor
it's going to cost you more if it just sits here for the next 2 years on my shelf.
But think about it. You're talking about 20% margin. We're talking about 20% margin. They're not going to ship it. They're losing more money.
Once again, that needs to come back to the original. Why were those shipped to you to begin with? Right.
Oh, yeah.
You need to know their locations better. Yeah.
Well, it depends. You say that it is. So if you box them up and put them on a fucking UPS truck, sure.
If
but
you go truck line,
big chains typically have their own logistics. And how hard is it to throw those on a fucking pallet on a truck that just pulled up? And it can go back to the distribution point, or it can go from one store directly to another store even. Or take them off of your especially if it's online, right? Take it off of your inventory, put it on another store's inventory, and then you guys just ship it from your location. If it's an online sale,
Yeah, you would think
that's what I was going to say, online.
But Clover, think about it. You got to think of the logistics too. I mean, I understand UPS would be outrageously priced, but I gotta pay a guy to wrap that pallet. I gotta pay a guy to pull all those guns. I gotta ship it to the.
You're already paying a guy to run to unload stuff and load stuff and do things anyway. You're already paying that guy.
Oh, he only worked 2 days a week. I gotta pay him an extra day to come in and do it.
Why can't he do it on the next day he's in? I don't understand the problem there.
Because he's got to unload in the truck.
And you can't
Is
put
Clover
12,
making
15
sense? I think he
guns on a
is.
fucking pallet extra. Like you need to find a new fucking
So-
worker then.
I gotta pay to ship it to the. I gotta
You
pay
gotta
the
pay
truck
to ship
driver.
shit. No. You don't gotta pay to ship a fucking thing because you've already got Ginger's warehouse of sporting goods, fucking logistical trucks and trailers backed up to the back
Please tell
door.
me
of the
that that's an
fucking
orange
store.
fucking truck. Please tell me that's an orange truck.
Clove is saying like you got your own
Yeah.
internal trucks. So
Yeah.
like this
You're
guy's
already
already
doing all
For
that shit.
those specific
You're
type things, right?
You're already paying to move freight. All you're doing is adding some stuff to the top of the
So-
freight you're already moving.
So when our truck would show up, right? We have
That
4
may be
stores.
the way y'all, the Cabela's or whatever, fucking did it. But I'm telling you, there are stores that have their own logistical stuff, and they don't work that way. That's what I'm telling you.
like Walmart, they have their own trucks.
Well, Walmart. You're talking about a multi-billion-dollar company.
Well, yeah, but that's what Clover's
Trillion.
talking about is that maybe on a smaller
Well,
level.
they don't
I
even
know-
have to have their own trucks. They just have to have logistical like contracts with companies.
Yep.
And what I'm saying is they're already moving stuff with trucks, so it's not that difficult to reallocate and put that on to go over here.
Yep.
Weston brought up a good question.
How do you think the gun and accessory market will be the next 4 years? How will tariffs impact things? I've been seeing a lot of ammo going really good sales lately. Their ammo prices are coming back down only because they're finally starting to catch up a little bit. Not saying they have caught up. They're catching up with the demand. And so there's more ammo available. As far as gun and accessory market over the next 4 years, the tariffs, I think the tariffs are going to be a big thing. Now, here's a problem with that. If you are the kind of person, and I'm not judging Wes or anyone out there, if you're the guy that goes on to Amazon and say, I'm looking for a tactical backpack, let's find the cheapest one out there. Oh, there's one for $24.95. That backpack might turn into $49.95 in a couple of years.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Probably
right?
more like $29.99.
No, I'm just saying. Worst case scenario.
let's get crazy with it.
Let's get crazy. Say it's $49.95. Okay. Now, what that's also going to do is at $49.95, is there an American company that's producing something that's similar to that price? That's the whole idea of the tariffs, is not saying we want to tax the fuck out of the Chinese shit. It's saying we want to make those prices more competitive with the American prices to where maybe you buy American made, not saying screw those guys, and saying, hey, if we have to make this $10 more, now they're competitive. The American prices are more competitive. And hopefully, hey, if I have a choice of Chinese versus American for the same price, maybe I choose made in the USA. Now, will there still be people that will buy the cheaper stuff no matter what? Absolutely. But that's the whole idea, is not to necessarily screw over the imports. It's to make the American products more competitive, right? Ultimately, we want you to buy made in America. So what do you guys think? I'll go through the room. I'm not going to go, well, fuck, let's go through. We haven't done one yet. Chris, we'll start with you since you fell asleep an hour ago. What do you think about this?
I've thought a lot about it in the optics market.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that 90% probably of all the optics are coming over here from China.
Even the big American brands that you like, they're not made in America.
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting. I mean, because even if they're, let's say, assembled here, all the parts are still coming over. So I'm kind of curious to see what this is going to do to the optic market. I don't know. We'll see. But
does it force companies to maybe open up a U.S. location or a U.S. headquarters, which ultimately helps create jobs and all that? So I don't know. Yeah, it is. It is an interesting thing. It'll be interesting. I didn't think about the optic for the optic. I was thinking more like backpacks and like gear. All the crazy Chinese flashlights and backpacks and all that. Optics, yeah, optics is a big one. That could be really interesting to see how much prices go up. Clover, you're breathing heavily. Go ahead. You sound like you got something to say. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking.
Oh.
I just saw your microphone was off. So I was just making a joke.
How do you see? How do you think the gun and accessory market will be? I think it's going to be fine. I think we learned our lesson about the Trump slump. I think so. I think it's going to be okay. And then the tariffs, I don't see tariffs making a fucking dent or really being a big deal at all. You're talking.
I think 10%. It's going to be a 10%.
I don't see the Canada Mexico thing sticking at all. They've already backed down. And that was the whole point.
Yeah.
That was the whole point of him doing that anyway, was a bargaining chip. And so now the China thing is going to be different. I don't see China backing down. That being said, it's only a 10% with China. And I think a lot of the China goods are so cheap any fucking way. I don't think the vast majority of people are going to notice the 10%.
No, I agree. Kyle, Ginger, what do you say?
I think I'm going to piggyback off what Chris said. Optics is going to be interesting.
Yep.
I'm not an optics guy by any means. Like, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but from what I hear, the best glass comes from Japan. And China.
The glass comes from Japan, and I don't think that Japan's going to be on that tariff list because they are economic partners with us. I don't know that.
Yeah, it's
maybe wrong about that.
It's not.
So it's going to be Philippines, China, Taiwan, Vietnam, those areas that mostly.
Interestingly enough, explain to me how this happened. Germany and Japan are your best glass.
Yeah, go for it, huh?
How does that
work? Like, how does that work?
Isn't that kind of interesting? It's just like, how'd that happen? I don't know what.
I guess in Russian was Swarovski and all that. I guess is that a Russian company? German? Is it German? Well, there you go. Yeah. Okay, for sure.
My dark humor is beating me to death.
Oh, NSA is going to be wild here in a little bit. I'm just saying.
Right? I've always found that interesting. It's just like, okay,
yeah.
That's
yeah, for sure.
And we're on good terms with both Germany and Japan. So
yeah, there's no tariff issues or anything like that.
No,
but yeah.
So I've got a different take. I know everyone touched on the optics. I think we're going to see a lot more new guns come to the market in the next 4 years. And I think everybody, the last 2-3 years, even going back to COVID, a lot of people were sitting on stuff, and we saw it at SHOT Show.
Our NRAM's going to be massive for new designs.
So I think we're going to see a boom of companies releasing new products. I'm also going to see, I think they learned from the Trump slump the first time. I'm going to see a lot more companies who have brought their marketing back into house after sending it out of house. And we're going to see a lot more marketing, be it, rebates or marketing efforts coming from these companies. I think they learned from the Trump slump the first time, and they've learned hopefully from this COVID bump that we got, that now is the time to push innovation, push new guns out, and hopefully we'll see some cool new stuff. And I also think we're going to see a lot of things come in at a better price point. I think they're realizing people have are clamoring or still having issues, and we're going to see more lower price, like the EAAs and the Tauruses and them dominate some of that market space for a while. And then I'm guessing as long as the economy takes an upturn in the next 2 years, we'll see a lot more people going into the gun stores to buy stuff that was on their bucket list that they couldn't buy for the last 2 years.
Yeah, no, I hope that's the case. I hope so.
That's interesting too, because I didn't even think about that. The economy is going to get better after it gets a little worse.
It can't get any worse. Like it can't. Right?
Yeah.
I don't want to say that, God. I don't want to say that because it could. But
they say it gets worse before it gets better.
Yeah, but how much worse? It's already been worse. So
yeah.
No, I think that it's from right now. It's only going to get better. I think we're seeing
and I've said this before. I think that Trump's come in. I think there's a lot of people doing a lot of good things. I don't want to give him credit necessarily
No.
for all of it because he's not the one fucking doing it. Yeah, okay,
No.
he may have been his idea, or at least they made him think that. But
There.
if they don't get a handle, and I love what they're doing with always saving money with the government and cutting the bloat and the fraud and the waste, but if they don't get a handle on some of this grocery shit pretty quick in the next few months, I'm telling you, mark my words
It sounds
now.
bad, but milk and eggs.
It's going to be a fucking slaughter midterms because it already tends to work against the sitting president with midterms already.
Yep.
That's just a historical fact.
You throw inflation on
they can't get a handle. They can't get a handle on it. It's fucking $6 a fucking dozen, $7 a dozen, or some kind of shit. I'm talking about here in Podunk, East Texas.
Yep.
That for eggs, not New York City or fucking California.
Nope. Exactly.
When it's that much here for eggs, we got a problem.
I think it's 6 something here. Yeah.
We got a problem.
Yep. Inflation is not going away as quickly as they thought. Just throwing it out there. It will. I do believe that it will, but it's going to take some time. Here's the problem that people don't also realize is it's not like you can just sign something and all this shit happens overnight. It takes a while, even if it does get implemented overnight, it takes a while for the ripple effect to actually see the effect of such pin work. But yeah, so it's crazy.
He just appointed, talking about Trump, he just appointed the USDA or whatever secretary, didn't he?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Recently, some chick from Texas, it was. So hopefully, that's kind of.
I should say I shouldn't say she appointed her. She got confirmed.
She got confirmed. Yeah. Yes, that's what I meant. Yes, yeah, she got confirmed. The same day, I think, the same day as Bobby.
I think it was Thursday or Friday of last week. Yeah.
Yeah. And that all falls under when we talk about the cost of food and some of the shit like that. That deals with farms and farming, and
absolutely.
So hopefully she can come in and try to wrangle it down and get a handle on it.
Yep.
Let's hope.
Let's hope.
She's from Texas, so I got a little faith.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
All right, boys. We could go on and on and on and on and on, but we're going to leave this till another time. Chris, I want to bring you in. I hope you had a good little nap there for the last hour. But let us know. Let us know what's going on with your channel. Obviously, Chris from the 740. Go check him out. What's going on with you and what's coming down the line?
I've got quite a bit of stuff still coming from the Great American Outdoor Show, and then I've got the Influencer X review finished, ready to go now. So that's going to be coming up. And then there's just a lot. There's a lot coming, and I don't know what's coming, but I just got to start getting to the range. It's just been a nightmare trying to get on getting.
You know, I hear you. Yeah. I hear you. So we're looking forward to
I really appreciate you having me on. I'm glad you like the new job. I'm glad you're doing good.
Loving it. Loving it. Awesome. Today was a really good day today. Had a lot of cool things happened. Tomorrow I'm going to spend some time more on the marketing side. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying it so far.
It's great having Kyle back on again.
Yeah. I love that fucker. I don't know why, but I love that fucker. Goddamn. G23 real quick. What did we decide on the WTTA posters? We talked about that earlier on. Maybe this Sunday. A lot of it is my fault. I'm going to take full responsibility. My schedule has been nuts since SHOT Show. We're going to try to maybe get something done this week. If not, it'll be the next Sunday. We'll do Ghost and Clover, and we're going to do all of that. Honest to God, this is not a joke, and Clover will back me up on this. We've talked maybe 3 times the last 3 weeks, like legitimately 3 or 4 times. Excuse me, that's my fault. My schedule's been nuts. Clover and I actually need to have a talk over the next couple of days and figure out exactly what we're going to do and when we're going to do it, because we want to get the maximum amount of exposure, and people have already said they're going to help promote it for us. We also need to figure out with Walk the Talk logistically how to do that. So we haven't been able to do that yet because of my schedule. So I'll take the hit on that. In the next week or 2, you guys need to be watching out for that. So definitely G23. Thanks for asking about that. All right. Did I leave anything out, Clove, on that?
Well, I was just going to say for G23, and I don't know, this might be, and I'm not going to give anything away, but it might be worth having some kind of a private communication between us and G23 as well. And
This is true too.
and you know what I'm talking about, but
He does know. Yeah, he knows what we're talking about because
well, I
know
mean,
what
you
you're
know,
talking- yeah.
yeah.
I know.
Us,
yeah, we
us
know-
three know what we're talking about.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And just see, because you know, the key to all of this is to maximize this is fundraising for Walk the Talk, and
Yeah.
we obviously want to raise the maximum amount that we can possibly raise for
Yeah.
Walk the Talk. This is not about giving away to somebody and whatever the hell. Like,
No,
this is
it's a
legit.
fundraiser.
It's
Yeah.
fundraising. Yep.
Yep.
We'll
for
give
sure.
away some. We'll give away some stuff. Don't worry. But
Oh yeah, that's not
not
going to
with
be a problem.
this. That's
Yeah.
not what this is about.
Well, technically, we are giving away a pretty cool prize pack, but we're not giving the poster away. Yeah.
Well, technically none of it's going to be given away. It's going to have to be all hinge on donation in some form or fashion.
This is true too.
That right.
This is true too.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, just throw that out there. Might be worth a private communique. I don't know.
Yeah, we can do that for sure. Ginger, give you a few minutes for GOA and FLR. You're wearing two different hats tonight, as always.
Yeah, so GOA, we've got the Goals Convention coming up in August. But first, we've got
when is it? When are tickets available?
tickets available March 1st.
March 1st. I wasn't sure about that. Okay, thanks.
March 1st.
That's this year. That's 2020.
Yes. March 1st, 2025.
This is going to be.
time?
This is going to
You know
be
what
in
time?
Biloxi, Mississippi, right? This is in Biloxi,
No, this is in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Knoxville. Damn.
I thought it was Chicago, man. What are you talking about?
Oh, snap.
Disappointed. Shit.
Wow. Wow.
We're going to Detroit, baby.
Detroit.
I bet you for the money we paid for the Knoxville Convention Center, we could have bought.
Scottsdale's still in Memphis this year.
You could have bought the entire downtown Detroit for what you.
Oh,
really
I tell you what, if it was in
wanted.
Memphis, Beale Street would be a blast. I'm just throwing it out there.
We could buy the Silver Dome and just hold it in the Silver Dome.
Right.
Or-
Is the Silver still around?
Buy it.
No, I
Probably-
think
Yeah.
they just tore it down.
I know that the Astrodome's still there. I don't know why it's still around, but it's still available in Houston.
As they do the livestock shows, rodeos.
Is that how they do it? It's amazing. You know, at one point that was the largest arena in the world, right? And now you look at it compared to the new football stadium, and it's so tiny. It's amazing. It's amazing what happens over 50 years. You know,
It's
Portlandia.
funny. G23 said Portlandia. We got like hit up hard by Boise to come move it to Boise. We're like, you
Boise
don't
would be
have-
kind of cool. I'd be okay with Boise. Go see. Hey, we go see Rod and Shelley, baby.
it's not big enough. It's just not big enough. The convention center's too small.
It's not what you want. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
would you rather have a bigger place that's half full, or a smaller place that just looks fucking rocking, man?
Right. Exactly.
Well, we're looking at bigger places because right now we have 205 vendors returning out of 210. So 5 vendors didn't come back. And I've got a wait list of about 120.
That's a good problem to have. I'm just
So
saying.
we got 240 spots. So
Cincinnati, just throwing it out there.
Cincinnati is on the plate. Same with Louisville, Biloxi, and there was one other.
Biloxi
I
would be
can't
kind of cool if it's in August. I mean, the food there is good. Being on there on the ocean, the Beau Rivage and different casinos, that could be a fun spot.
Yeah.
Hey, not to steal a spotlight here, but since we're on Cincinnati,
Fucking steal it, dude.
BJ Hill, defensive tackle for Cincinnati Bengals, just started up his own gun Instagram. Go check it out. Hill's Armory. I'm so
Really?
pumped. A Cincinnati Bengal is trying to get into the 2A world, and I think that's bad.
You need to reach out to him, dude. Like, for legitimately, you need to reach out to him.
I'm going to.
You guys, honestly, I'm just saying, like, you reach out, like, that could be a cool friendship that you guys have, and
Yeah.
that'd be he'd probably appreciate someone from Anderson reaching out to him.
Let's see. But
What is
go
it?
ahead, Jeff.
Hill Armor.
Hill's Armory.
Oh, it's just all that comes up is Hillside. You're gonna have to send it to me because it's not coming
Yeah.
up.
I'll send it in the NSA chat.
Hells yeah.
Word up. All right, go ahead, Ginger. Go ahead and waste some more of my time.
I didn't interrupt me, so fuck off. No, we're super excited about goals. Also, we have for those in Arizona, we've got the Arizona Freedom Fest coming up March 1st as well. That'll be held downtown Phoenix. It is a free event. There's going to be about 40 something vendors. We're going to have food trucks. It's going to be held right there where the cannon from the USS Arizona is at. So go check that out. That's a cool time. Downtown, we're going to talk. There's going to be speakers. I know Eric Pratt's going to be there. Stephen Lilliford's going to be there. It's
if they have speakers, they're gonna have microphones in too. Oh, like speakers. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So, because the Phoenix Convention Center is too expensive. That's why we're not moving to goals to Arizona yet. And it's also 120 degrees
in Arizona. Like, yeah. No one wants to see a bunch of white people melting in Arizona.
We would not even have a range day. It'd be too fucking hot for that.
I wouldn't go if you did.
Yeah.
I mean, some manufacturers shit would be like melting. High Point.
Wow.
Well,
speaking of High Point,
I love High Point, but let's just be honest. They shit melts. Let's just be honest. All right, go ahead.
Speaking of High Point for FLR, I've got the M81 Yeet cannon here ready to go for review. Yeet. And then I got the Monolith and a bunch of other shit. So check out Fully Loaded Reviews. We should have some more videos coming up here real soon now that Kurt and I have calmed down. And it's going to be a good time.
Are y'all spooning again? Have y'all made up?
There was nothing to make up. We both got real sick after SHOT Show. And then
okay.
And then we're just busy with everything.
Whatever gets you through the
Also,
night.
If you're a manufacturer coming to goals, returning boot picks are next week. Keep an eye out for that email.
Picks?
Yes, booty picks.
Booty picks are next week. Nice.
Shirtless Kyle booty pick.
Shirtless Kyle booty pick. Chase booty pick. Oh snap! Oh, even better, Paul booty pick.
Jesus Christ.
Oh snap. Kyle, talk a little Anderson for me, baby.
Yo,
talk dirty to me, baby.
Getting ready for NRAM, which, sorry, John, but you guys are probably going to overtake that spot pretty soon if you guys keep growing the way you do. But with that being said, we got some new products on the website. A2 stripped uppers are now available.
What?
And the President's Day sale was supposed to end yesterday, but I left it running tonight. So code PRES47, all one word, save you 15% off your order. Other than that, go check us out at Anderson Manufacturing on Meta, Instagram, at Anderson Rifles on X, formerly known as Twitter. And yeah, thanks for having me on, Gray. It's great to be back, man.
It's good to have. We've still got 25 motherfuckers 2.5 hours into this thing out there. Yeah, it's been great, man. Like I said, I it's been nuts. And had I known that I would have been so damn miserable in a Holiday Inn Express in the middle of BFE, Illinois I would have just gone live on my cell phone if I had to, just to have it. But it's nice to be back. I'm having a blast. But yes, I do enjoy this. So, yeah.
I promise to have a better setup next week.
I dig the new. I'm digging the Casa, man. Like, I'm really. First of all, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. But yeah, man, like, I'm digging the Casa. I'm digging. Mama was in pre-show. Didn't know she. So it's all good.
It's still surreal to me, man. So
yeah, it's only gonna get better, homie. Only gonna get better. Just don't fucking crash any more cars in your driveway. Just saying.
I'll try not to.
All right. Scott,
you can't park there.
You can't park there. Scott says, I just wanted to toot my own horn. Well, hey, that's what she said. There's a charity dog calendar called the Paw Print. His dog Boo Boo is the August puppy for the calendar.
Nice.
That's awesome. Congrats, man. That is pretty damn cool. Yeah. speaking of dogs, what's up, Clove?
Speaking of
You.
Kill me. You killing me.
You. No, actually, I was saying dogs because you were you hadn't done it in a year or two, but you were doing the Dogs of Shot Show. At least you're taking pics around Shot Shows.
I got pics, and I got a few, and I never did anything with them. It was a weird shot, dude.
It was a weird shot.
That's the only word I can use. I don't know. We'll see. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. Things were accomplished and whatever. It's just fucking weird. And so that was a casualty, unfortunately. Talking about you, several times I thought about, getting in touch with you. I just figured you were kind of tired from having to.
I was. I was. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna sound bad.
You had a certain amount of freedom at the golf course where you weren't like on somebody else's clock necessarily type thing or whatever.
Yeah, I could go out and talk whenever. I can't necessarily.
Yeah, you could go down to the cart shed. You could go walk around on the course. You could do, whatever.
Whatever.
You weren't kind of cooped up, and so. I didn't know, and I thought, I can run everything and bring you in, and
I didn't even think about that.
But in the future, if you have to go back, just keep that in mind. Just schedule it out, and then I'll run it from here. That way, you don't got to try to stress your phone out for that kind of shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
But unplugging's good too sometimes.
It is. It was to a certain extent. It was. I will say this: most people in this room, in the five of us, are part of a group that actually know me, the real me. I try to stay pretty positive. My favorite thing is I try to turn shit into silver as much as I can. But let's just be honest: everyone has days, right? And I have my own mental struggles every now and then. Most people in this room have seen that. Clover, you've seen it more than most. I have my own mental struggles at times. I'm not going to lie, bro. I got a little depressed up there. Not because I was overwhelmed or anything. I'm so fucking over wintertime. Like, I'm ready for summer. And when you're stuck in a hotel room and you really have nothing to do, the town shuts down by 9 o'clock and it's 17 degrees with a 20-mile-an-hour wind every night. You don't want to leave. You don't want to do anything. So you start getting this mental thing of like this. I'm just going to sit here in the fucking hotel room and watch Friends all night. I got to that point. So I probably wouldn't have been a good conversationalist if we did that. Cause I struggled there for a little while, but people that know me, and if you're on my private Instagram, you've been seeing a lot of beach and reggae and ska music on my shit. That's because I am fucking tired of wintertime. I am ready for warmth and sun, and that's how I deal with it, is playing reggae music and looking at beach views. Because if I have to look at another guy, open my window and look at 6 inches of snow, which there is right now, I'll go crazy. But no, I appreciate the fact that you're able to do that, and I might do that next time just to have it. But I never thought about it. I didn't even think about that, setting it up and then letting you run it and just kind of join in as a guest or for my phone or whatever. I might do that next time for sure.
Well, I just wish that Texas would figure out what the fuck it wanted to do, because
are y'all not getting snow? Y'all getting rain, aren't you?
It'll be rain. It won't get cold enough here. Yeah. But it was also, it's going to go from mid 70s to like the teens, and then back to the fucking mid 70s in like a week, and then back to the fucking teens again. And like, oh my God.
Tomorrow's high is like 17 down to like 2 tomorrow is here.
It's just horrible. So, but no, for everybody out there that has bugged me about a Fair Ordnance Warthog versus the Witness 2311 Brat, that video dropped earlier. Go fucking watch it. I was surprised. So
there you go.
That's out. And then I'm just
the
excited.
Warthog and the Brat. Just the names alone is worth.
I know, right? Yeah, I know, right? And then dude, my wife's birthday is Thursday. We got Rez's at the Brazilian steakhouse. I'm so fucking looking forward to that, dude.
We went to a Korean barbecue.
That's like the highlight of my week.
Yeah, we went to a Korean barbecue place that just opened up with my daughter, and suddenly he turned 30 Friday, so went out to dinner with them. and man, $30 for basically all you can eat meat. It's
going to be more expensive than that. Two of us is
$30 a piece, $30 per person.
Yeah, so. But still, this is still, of course, there's a difference between the two, of course. If we get out, tip and everything, if we get out for, we will get out for less than 150, but like that's still, but oh my God, like you don't eat all day, you prep for that shit, right?
Oh, I didn't eat lunch on Sunday. I was like, I'm going to this. I'm not eating lunch on Sunday.
I will have my 2 cups of coffee, and that will be it. And
exactly.
I'm gonna hurt them. I'm gonna put the hurt on them.
Clover walks in and says, "Y'all getting ready to watch some shit. Watch out. Y'all get ready to see some shit right now."
Right. I tell them,
you throw me all you can eat meat at me. Yeah. You're gonna see some shit.
And good meat, right? And
good meat. Yeah.
And they walk around and they carve it off. Of course, if you ain't ever been to a place like that. Yeah. And at some point, I just fucking tell them, I'm like, don't even ask. Just walk up and start shaving that shit off. Like, yes, I want more meat. Like, the answer is yes. Always. It's yes.
We have the meats. That's right. If you ever get a chance to go to a Brazilian or Korean barbecue, please do. It's well worth it. The Korean barbecue is like the little thing in the middle of the table you get and you cook it yourself. It's so much fun. It's so good.
The Brazilians don't make you cook it yourself.
No, they don't. No, they don't. But that's part of it that I like. I enjoy that, is cooking it yourself. It's like a little, it's not huge, but it's pretty cool. Yeah. But I enjoy it. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys. Go check out the Gunners of America, obviously gunners.org. Go check out Fully Loaded Reviews. Go check out Anderson Manufacturing. Go check out our buddy Chris from the 740, and go check out Clova Tack.
Fuck that guy.
And then for me, unsubscribe. That's all I got to say is unsubscribe. I was kidding. Having a blast in life. Life is good right now. I'm happy. Aside from the mental issues that I had being stuck in a fucking hotel room in Illinois for 2 weeks, I'm honestly, with everything going on in my life right now, I'm as happy as I've been in a very, very long time. So that's a cool thing. So thank you guys. We're going to try to get some video stuff done. I don't know when. I'm not going to lie. We're not going to be doing as much, but we're going to be doing some stuff. I just don't know when. I've got to get my feet settled and all of that with everything going on here. Working from the house it's a different thing, man. I enjoy it, but it's different. It's a whole, John, it's a whole new thing. You got to get used to, get your own rhythm in that stuff. So I'll be doing that. But plus it's fucking cold as shit here in Arkansas. So I'm not going to the range right now. But thank you guys out there. There's still 24, 25 people still out there watching. And we had no topics. So thank you guys for watching live. We do appreciate it. Once again, if you're watching this in replay or listening in podcast form, where most of the audience is, we do invite you to come by on Tuesday nights at 7 Central to the YouTube channel and be part of the live studio audience, if you will. Get out to the range. Be more proficient with your firearms. Keep up with everything that's going on with your 2A legislation, both local, state, and federal. More importantly, just enjoy your freedoms of being American, one of which is to keep and bear arms. We'll see you next week. Semper Fi.